Yo, welcome back to Crazy Bowl TV. Big up to all my man, all my community in the building. welcome. Yes. You guys know the deal. It's about that time. It's about that time. Football is back. EPL is back. Yes. We're gonna preview the match versus Burnley, which is on Sunday, people. It's on Sunday. It's going to be an excitable match. I'm sure of that. And I want everybody to partake into the conversation of what we think Mr. Slot is going to utilize. Because it's not just Liverpool who are expecting or, should I say, trying to figure out who is going to be playing, how he's going to play, what is the tactics, what is the formation. Of course, the big bad Isak is in the building. Finally, Liverpool can see him. Liverpool fans can see him in all his glory. Will he play? That's the question. Will he play? He hasn't played in a long time. He didn't have preseason. He had a 28-minute cameo versus Kosovo when Sweden played Kosovo in the World Cup qualifier, which they lost 2-0. So there is a whole lot of talks about is Isak going to play, who TK is going to play, like what people don't know, Mr. Slot. So big up to all of you guys. I got the people in the building. Double L, what going on, man? How you doing? Fuzzy, where are you at? We need you to come answer to your crimes. We need you to come answer to your crimes. I hope you did enjoy yourself. You had a great vacation. Much needed. He said probably get a few minutes off the bench, I think. Yeah, Isak, I think I think half an hour, something in the half an hour mark will be good for him. He needs to get it there. Yes, Fuzzy, if you're available, man, we need you on the stream. We need you on the stream. Good to see everybody's doing well. It's Friday. Weekend is upon us. A lot of matches gonna be playing. Of course, they consider the Man U versus City the biggest one. Personally, I don't think it is because both of them are trash. But hey, in terms of banter and sports debates, it is. But yeah, and then also we need to talk about these clubs that are cheating, man. A lot of clubs been cheating. The nerve of them to even question us about how we spending our money after we taking the time to do the right thing all these years. But man, them been cheating all these years. And we need to talk about that. We need to know what the EPL is going to do about it, because this slap on the wrist and kind of like waiting it out to see if people will forget. It's not working for me. Yeah, man. We need to talk about that. There's a lot of clubs that are cheating. And the ones who are doing the right thing are getting punished for doing the right thing. And I thought this whole rules that they set up was to make sure that all these clubs are doing the right thing. And the funny how I've been hearing some. I'm sorry, I'm gonna mention names. Big Steve, I love you, man. I love you guys. You showed the Big Six with Turkish, Tobes, Matisse, Saeed, Gris Khan. You guys have a very, very good show. But yesterday, watching that show, I'm sorry, Big Steve's was catching L's left and right. Catching L's, talking about the league is making sure that, should let people spend the money, basically saying that if ever any club comes up to, promote to the EPL, they should go find a sugar daddy so they could spend whatever they want. Yeah, whatever they want is the reason why Barcelona can't even finish their stadium. Whatever they want is the reason why Madrid is out here just shopping on the free market. Whatever they want is what got Postmate almost going bankrupt. And the countless of other clubs that people didn't even know exist have gone bankrupt because owners came in and messed up their accounts and put the debt into the club, and then the club had to go bankruptcy. Liverpool almost went bankrupt. You see, that's the thing that people don't understand, that the what's the name? Hicks and Giggs. What's their name? Hicks and Gillette literally almost bankrupt an English institution. People just assumed that, oh, they were just gonna be on administration. They're gonna get that 9 points deduction, and then they will be back. No, Liverpool was going to the point where it was not gonna be there anymore. And the fact that people don't get it because, oh, it's all about spend the money, and if you have the money, spend, and all that BS that people always like to talk about, think that that's how it was. Irishman is in the building. Irishman, if you're available, man, come through. You know what I mean? People are out here cheating, and they are not getting the consequence that they should be getting. So all the other small clubs are getting punished when they don't follow the rules. But these so-called big clubs can do whatever they want, and nobody's doing anything about it. That needs to be discussed, because that is not fair, I believe. It's not fair for the so-called small clubs, and it's not fair to the other medium-sized or big clubs who have done the right thing for, they said they've punished themselves by doing the right thing, taking a long time. Do you think Liverpool, what's the name? FSG could have gone in and do the business the way they wanted to do it, and later on pay for the consequence, they would have never done the right thing. But we did. We took 10 years to do the right thing. And now we are enjoying the fruit of our labor, and people be like, oh, so you guys are buying the league. Oh, you guys have broke the record twice. Yeah, nobody said anything when Chelsea did it twice with Enzo and Caicedo, right? As a matter of fact, people were lauding him because, oh, that's what Chelsea does. Now, these things needs to be talked about. These things needs to be talked about, and we cannot allow it to be like, oh, they snitch on themselves. All you people who are, let me go back. All my community people who are married or have a missus, whether it's a girlfriend or side piece or whatever, I need you to go over there and to your miss and tell her, hey, I cheated, but it's a good thing because I'm snitching on myself. And let me know how it goes. Okay? Let me know how it goes. If you're still alive. Yeah, so that conversation needs to be talked about, because at this point, the EPL is not doing anything about it. Something was coming through the pipeline that allowed them to say, hey, let's just snitch on ourselves before these people find out. We don't want to do what City are doing, because City is fighting the league. We're not. We're just going to tell them, hey, it wasn't us. It was the other purple. And then a new ownership will come in and put the blame on the previous owners. And then it keeps going and going and going, and they just get a slap on their wrist. So basically, Top Bowley can cheat, sell the club to the next person, and do it all over again and say, oh, Top Bowley cheated, it wasn't us. And then what did they do? Chelsea is out here cheating and cheating and cheating and say, oh, it wasn't us. They keep blaming the other people. FSG could have done the same thing. They could have cheated and said, oh, it was Hicks and Gillette. That's why they almost went bankrupt. You know what I mean? So that needs to be discussed. But before we do that, people, hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Yes. The man is in the building. Straight out from vacation. His skin is glowing. You could tell them he had a wonderful time. And today he decided to use Stoichkov instead of a Brazilian player.
Stoichkov! Listen, man, these are real footballers, man. Big time. So the headband wearing boys nowadays. You know?
No. Big time.
Hristo Stoichkov, that left foot, man. I'll never forget that left foot. Yeah, what are you talking about? Todd Bowley in there, yeah?
No, I mean, I think I want us to discuss maybe down the after the preview, but these cheating clubs that are, it doesn't make sense, and the EPL could now be. Oh, I'm so frustrated with the EPL because they are not setting up a standard.
No,
they just slapping. They just like, oh, well, they snitch on them. They're trying to wait it out and see if people will. And I'll give you the typical. This is a typical American political tactics. Mm-hmm. Something happened. Let it weigh itself out, right? Let it weigh itself out, and people will forget.
Yeah.
You can tell me you've been giving us time frame of when you're gonna talk about cities' impending situation, and even giving them a chance for them to do what? To sue you.
Yeah.
The nerve, right?
Yeah.
For them to sue you so that you could keep dragging this thing out.
Mm-hmm.
Now they've sued you to the point where they can come out and have £1 billion endorsement from Etihad. Mm. Some people who own them. Mm. Now you have the Chelsea thing, and what we're hearing is, oh, Chelsea did the right thing because they snitch on themselves. And I'm sure that's not what the EPL said. The EPL is still working to figure out what's going to happen. But there needs to be a harsh punishment to cheaters. Fine. You don't have to give Chelsea a harsh punishment like City, but City need to face the consequence, because if Toboli leaves and what's the name? My buddy Frank Famous, who's a Chelsea fan, somehow gets money and buys Chelsea and say, oh, Toboli cheated. So that means it becomes a revolving door of cheaters as long as you blame it on the next ownership.
Of course.
That needs to be discussed.
It's funny, isn't it? It's funny. That,
big up Irishman.
Big up Irishman. You know what you're bought into. You know what I mean? You know the corruption around that. And it's funny with Chelsea, isn't it?
They keep cheating.
They knew what Abramovich was about. He didn't get to riches, people. If people, you need to know about Abramovich. He didn't come to riches because he was born into a rich family. He did out of being a criminal. I mean, the Premier League already knew that, because there wasn't many billionaires investing in this country at the time, if you know what I mean. No Arabs were involved and all that stuff. So they let this guy spend his money, win titles, spending his money and all that stuff. So if you're attacking Abramovich, as they are doing right now from what we've heard about the Chelsea thing, so what about all those titles he's won with Chelsea and all that stuff? Why isn't that, taken back? Why isn't that questioned if the guy is a cheater? And, you're telling us he bought these players and he bought that players during his reign and all that stuff. Well, you got to talk about the titles as well that he's won. I mean, but normal circumstances, Quasi and Irishman, like when a business goes down, the whole thing goes down. For some reason, Chelsea haven't been relegated. They're still in the Premier League. The only thing they got is fine here and there. And what was it? Ban from
transfer bar embargo for
So what punishment did they exactly get as a football club? Because their owner was a cheat. That means the football club is a cheat. So it should be all as one. All this separation, all that stuff, it's completely wrong from what I can see. There's corruption everywhere. The Premier League is corrupt, the FA is corrupt, because normal circumstances, that club. No, if you look at a business, if they cheat and all that stuff, they either change their name, change their identity, get rid of all the stuff and all that stuff, and then they come back to doing business again. But this one, they survive everything. They haven't even been. You can't even call that a punishment, because they're still in the Premier League. They're still doing whatever they want. They're still spending billions. Different ownerships, and they don't follow no rules. It's weird. It's very, very strange in my opinion. And then we hear Chelsea were, doing the right thing. They told the Premier League and the FA about this cheating that was going on before their time when they bought the club and all this stuff. Come on, man.
That's a BS. That's another way to allow the FA to say, okay. I think when they first came in, there was rumors that something was going on in the books.
Yeah.
They said it. They said, we're going to say it. So why does it take a FA almost 18 months for them to say, okay, this is how we're going to announce it? So don't tell me you and the FA did not plan how you're going to move on from here now. That is what I don't like. This is not something new. This happened at the beginning to the point where they said the 4 billion that they bought the club for, they put $1 billion on the side. No, not $1 billion. Sorry, 100 million on the side just in case there are some improprieties in the books. So that means they already knew this guy was cheating, but they didn't do anything about it because they were all part of it, right? You don't want to let one of your big assets embarrass the rest of the shield, as the NFL will say, right? And then, first of all, the way you took the club from Abraham was already against the move. It wasn't legal. Let's be honest. As much as I don't like how Abraham was doing his business, the way they took it from him was not legal, but they did it anyway. You brought somebody else in. That person comes in, and all of a sudden, oh, this guy who you took the club from him, good job, but he was illegal, so I'm gonna put 100 million on the side. Why is he putting 100? Who goes to buy a club and say, I'm gonna go buy a business and I'll say I'm gonna put money on the side just in case they are not doing something right? I've never heard of that before.
It's a joke, mate. It's an absolute.
If I show up and something is not right, either I'm getting the club, whatever I'm buying for free, or you snitching on yourself before I come in, because when I come in, everybody knows that I did not do this. Because that 100 million should not come from Todd Bowley. That should have come from, what's the name?
Abramovich, yeah.
Irishman, what are you saying, man? These cheaters cheating. And they cheated to get all those players, including Mo Salah, KDB. The list goes on. Didier, Essien.
Hazard is the big one they talk about now.
You see what I mean? That player that they said better than Mo Salah. Irishman.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Look, I haven't really been reading. Like, all I know is that they came in, they took over, and yeah, when they'd been there, obviously, that thing was rushed through for sale. The whole Russian assets thing, but that whole thing. It was kind of and then as they were there a bit longer, they started going through the books, and they're like, oh shit, these guys were up to some really dodgy practices. And they just said, right, we're going to have to flag this up, because if we try and hide it, we're going to get doubled down for it. So I hope whatever it is the correct punishment. I think it's like overpaying, hidden payments, and overpaying agents, and this kind of seems to be the main crux of it. Is it? That seems to be what they've done wrong. Is it overpaying agents or putting too much money?
No, this is what we're doing. So, Irishman, you have a channel. You trying to sign Fuzzy for your channel, and then I tell Fuzzy's agent, I pay him more money to tell Fuzzy, don't go to Irishman, you stay with me. They were manipulating the transfer, basically.
But they're still doing that now. There's a group of, it's about, I was reading it, obviously there was no names, but there's a group of about 5 or 6 agents who would be kind of independent, as it would appear, but are actually literally working for Chelsea. And they will get one of their clients to go to Chelsea because, like you're saying it that way, if Darwin Núñez had signed for Liverpool, his agent got 3 million quid. If Darwin Núñez has signed for Chelsea, that agent would have gotten 5.5 million. So Chelsea are running this little
What's that background noise, guys?
Coming from Carl. Carl, there's a background noise. Yeah.
They're doing that to this day, man. So whatever it is, I'm not gonna, like, if I buy a house and I move in and I find out after a year that the garden wall is 10 yards too far into somebody else's land, look, I didn't build it. Okay, it's my responsibility now, but I didn't build it. I didn't do it. So I can understand why they're trying to get out ahead of these things and put their hands up and saying, "Hey, look, it wasn't us doing this.
Yeah.
We found it." But they should still get the punishments. It's like,
Oh, hell
cool, yeah,
Yeah.
just you don't just get to come out and say, "Oh, well, you told us yourself, so do you know what? Good lad for letting us know. We'll leave you off." They just came out and got ahead of it because they knew any investigation would have shown that they were also trying to hide it.
yeah.
And then what can you do now? They can just come out and put their hands up. But
Mhm.
guess what? Like they bought a corrupt cesspit of a club.
Exactly.
Who could have guessed it? Like, it's Chelsea. Guess what? There's snakes. There's skeletons in the closet everywhere at
Yeah.
Stamford Bridge.
Oh, we know that.
No, the thing is, they need to get punished. And don't tell me, oh, it's a new ownership. No, the new ownership bought Chelsea based on
Knowing.
not
Yeah.
even knowing. Fuzzy, they bought Chelsea because of the success of what the previous owner cheated to attain.
Exactly.
If Chelsea was there's a lot of teams in the pyramid right now who wants new ownership, and nobody's buying them because they don't see any value in them.
Well, look at Tottenham. Tottenham are begging to be, sold to Arabs.
Exactly. You see what I mean? They're trying to get somebody to purchase him because there's no success there. So nobody's don't find in them as an asset. So Todd Burnley bought them based on the success that Abraham received, and Abraham cheated to get those assets. So all of them needs to be punished.
Oh, 100%.
All of them needs to be punished. Don't say, oh, just because it's a brand new ownership. Right? Liverpool, when FSG got in right on time before we got into administration, even if Liverpool FSG had gotten them and we were in administration, we still had gotten that 9-point deduction.
Yep.
But Quasi, I'll say, look, right, the club should be punished. But let's put it this way, because with some of the Man City things, because there's some criminal charges involved in that, not just football.
Oh, yeah.
So let's just say one of the things that was done directly by Abramovich and say John Smith, right? John Smith, that was the head of football there at the time, and what they did was illegal, right?
Yeah.
And you could be prosecuted for it. Like, you can't prosecute Todd Bowley for it. You can go after them, but you can punish the club. But if something illegal happened, you can't punish Todd Bowley for
No.
it. He literally didn't own the club when it happened. So yeah, his club can be. But if a criminal act was carried out by one of the people, like, they should be gone after separately if he committed fraud or whatever it was by overpaying an agent. But you can't go after Todd Bowley for that.
No, Todd Bowley has nothing to do with it. It's the entity, which is Chelsea, that needs to be punished. Because look at it this way: Todd Bowley don't buy Chelsea if they are not successful.
And they were cheap.
And they were cheap.
They were cheap. They were cheap. They were being sold off at half their market value, basically. And they then had to commit to putting £1 billion in, which is why they spent so much so quick. Because of what happened. They said, right, you can have this club, but you must commit 1 billion to that club, because they got it for basically, car boot sale price,
But who goes buy a product and the government sets the price and say you have to put this amount? I thought this was a free market.
Well, yeah, the war in
free market doesn't mean there's no regulation.
When the war happened.
Yeah, the regulation. No,
yeah,
Carl, the regulation is the ownership is it's based on owner to buyer, right? To make sure that there was no cheating going around.
Yeah, like I think I think what you're trying to say is that like in a free market is that the government lets you set your own regulation and standard based on the law that is already that is already set
exactly
by that country.
Why was the government part of this sale?
Because the government was part of this up because just like Iris just said it, there is a war between Russia, and then they were sanctioning Russian assets and like
taking your yachts,
Chelsea was is an asset. Because why? Because yes, it doesn't make sense why you're taking his hat, but it's those are capital asset where you could sell and give money to Russia into the coffers. So they are seizing those items in order for them to not be sold So could there be any loan you can borrow money off that asset if the government owns it, so no bank can give you money. So bunch of regulatory reason why the government will take a keen eye to it. I don't think the government told them how much you could sell that asset for or that, but the government probably said, yeah, you need to sell that. You need to sell that. You can't own it.
So let's go with what Irishman said, right? You can't punish Todd Bowley for what he did, but then you could take all the accolades that Chelsea did.
Nah,
why not?
I think you should just find them. I think you should just find them heavily.
So then you send a precedent where right now FSG can.
But that's always been the precedent. It's to fine heavily. It's just that the FA is just weak.
So then why should you even have any rules? Because like I said, right now FSG. No, look at it this way. FSG can cheat for 10 years. And when things start getting hard, they sell the club and put the problem on the next ownership. And then the next ownership will say, well, that's not our fault. The club will pay the fine because the club is the one who cheated, right? So we will pay the fine and then we keep on moving. So whatever, now you basically send a president that you can cheat and win accolades. And then when the kitchen becomes too hot, you just bounce.
Yeah, but the thing is that I think we all thinking that a competition is fairness. Competition is not necessarily fairness.
No. There's a difference. There's a difference.
Whoever can take the advantage,
right? Yes, but then you have rules.
Sure.
So then why do you have? That's what I say. Then why do you have rules? Let it be free market. Let the free market dictate whoever wins. Then don't restrict. What's the name? Don't restrict Newcastle and City for them to use all their powers. Because that's the reason why City sued the Premier League and won.
No, they didn't win. They accepted the rules.
No. They won. Exactly what they won. That's exactly what we're talking about. City won, not the 115 charges. The reason why City said it's not fair, you guys are being discriminatory against us. That part they won. So now that's why that 1 billion from Etihad is gonna go through.
Yes. Yeah. Look, it's going to go through because from what I understand is that the previous rule and guidelines, the judge find them unconstitutional. Mm-hmm. So therefore, that just told the FA, you need to amend your rule, and here are the changes that you should be doing. And then the FA said, you know what? Okay, cool. The Premier League said, okay, cool, we'll do that. And then they went to City and said, okay, now you need to accept those. And City said, no, we're not accepting. And then after blah 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 until now, they've decided to accept. And then there's a supposed amicable
yes, that means
understanding. I agree with you that now obviously that those deals go through because they have amended. To me, this is a situation where you could say the Premier League took an L because you were set on your ways, but a judge found them unconstitutional. So therefore,
what's the difference between now and the so-called small club and Chelsea right now? That if you have deep pockets, you could find a loophole in the constitution and say, hey, this is not right. But then the small clubs are following the rules. The big clubs who are following the rules, they are just being punished for following the rules. And you are cheating. That's my thing is, if you're gonna cheat, then let all of us cheat in peace and leave it as it is. Right? Abraham and Sheikh Mansour, when they first came in, everybody was fine. So leave it as it is. Let it be Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
You're on mute, Carl.
Carl can't hear you, bro.
Yeah, you're on mute now.
Yeah,
can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I personally believe that that if you're a business, you should be able to run your business however you want. If you want to be spending money willingly and then you get into bankruptcy and then the club no longer exists, tough shit. those are your decisions.
But that's what the so-called the FA and the EPL. No, Carl. That's what I'm saying. If that's why you want to do it, then let's go there. Then anybody can do whatever they want. But don't sit here on your high horse.
But what happened is that it's the economic effect that happens once that club is no longer there. Right?
Carl, what you said is based on a lie. Because what you just said is if you own a business, you should be allowed to run a business whatever way you want. And if it goes bankrupt, then that's your fault. What you're missing out on the fact is that if people are going to come back with the grow up, it's the 21st century, everything's money. Football clubs are not businesses. They are community assets. They are not. But Carl,
you and I have had that discussion. They are a business. They are a business.
But see, Carl,
I think you having a European view of it. To me, they are business.
No. But that's
Carl,
you are not
understanding fundamental law.
Yeah,
they are not. They are not registered as businesses. They're registered. You can run it as a business. No one's saying they don't make money. It's got nothing to be to do with being European. They invented fucking economics.
It's exchange of goods and services.
You know what I mean? Yeah. We exported it to the rest of the world. We know what a business is. We're not from the Stone Age.
I'm not saying you don't. I'm not saying you don't. I'm saying is that they should be running as a business.
But Carl, community asset. Yeah, it's a community asset. Yeah, it's not.
You don't technically, an Irishman. I'm sorry to block you. You are a custodian. You coming in as a custodian, knowing that if you mess up, they can take it away from you, just like they did with Abraham.
There you go.
So it's a risk that the ownership is coming. That's how Newcastle owners had to sign a whole bunch of rules that they had to sign off before they were giving it to them.
They were rejected in the first attempt.
They were rejected like 3-4 times.
Yeah. So
if it's a business, that rule that does not make sense.
They always got to follow that.
To me, again, maybe I'm not explaining myself properly, and then it's coming out that I don't understand that. I think what I'm trying to say is that these two things are bumping with each other. These two ideas are bumping with each other, and that's why there is a lot of confusion into the rules. Because that's why I was trying to explain is that let's run these things like a business, and then if they fail, they fail. But the thing is, that's what's happening anyway, even if they are community assets. And then
but that's why
the PL have implemented rules to try to stop that. And then, but the thing is that those clubs like Newcastle are having issues with developing their club as fast as they want to.
No, they're not.
They've just bought Nick Watermatter. They've just spent £90 million on Nick Watermatter. What problems do they have? What you're talking about is Carl. What I'm objection to is the fact that you said some guys should just be able to come in and bankrupt the club, and that's it. And he can walk. Oh well, sorry, that club that's been a part of your town and your city and your community for 110 years is gone now because this doesn't know how to run a football.
Yeah,
that's not how shit works, man. That's not how shit works. That is not what should be allowed to happen.
It doesn't work like that. No. Especially here.
And then there's a part also, understanding, Carl. It is a business because the exchange of goods and services. They exchange playing football, FUTBOL, selling as uniform. I think you're still on mute, Carl. Yeah, you're still on mute. Now we have to do super. People send us.
I'll put myself there. All right.
But this is what we're trying to tell you, Carl. The fact that this is the community asset, this is the reason why they can set those rules. Because if it was not community asset, they can't set those type of guidelines, right? Yeah. They looked at a club like Portsmouth, right? And other clubs. And these owners were coming in, spend the money, and find a way to take money out of the club. So, we're giving what the fans want. And then we were doing what? Taking money out of it. And then when things go belly up, they dip. Now the fans have nothing else to do. They stopped that because if they had let that thing out gone, clubs like Liverpool, Arsenal, all of them would have probably not been there anymore. Because Liverpool, almost 20 years ago, that's exactly what was happening to Liverpool. Liverpool was going to be wiped out. They were going to be wiped out of the whole English pyramid. That's how bad it was. People think it was just administration.
No, I remember. I remember
exactly.
I remember all of that. I remember some.
50 plus 1 ends this immediately, Quasi. 50 plus 1 ends this immediately. They'll never allow it in England. 50 plus 1. That ends everything. People want, it's not fan ownership. Some of the biggest clubs in the world, 50 plus 1. Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, fan-owned clubs. You tell me they don't dominate still?
Of course.
And check this out. Even that 50 plus 1, Barcelona right now is technically they are bankrupt, literally bankrupt. But the reason why they are not wiped out is because of the economy of Barcelona is so great for the economy of Spain. That's why they're keeping them afloat. Hence the reason why they're on budget. Because if they had let free market do what free market does, Barcelona is no more.
Yeah, that's true.
This is the reason why they put this regulation in there.
And my objection to that, again, I guess I'm a bit of a capitalist. I'm like, so what?
No, so I get what you're saying.
A new thing arise, just like our emblem. We are Phoenix. We arise. Some new things happen. Some new things pop up.
But you see that's the power. Go ahead, Irishman.
Fucking Phoenix Club. Guess what happens when you're a Phoenix Club? You lose all your titles. You start at zero. Just because you can't run a football club. Are you happy for Liverpool to go out of business just to be free market capitalists?
No, we're not talking about Liverpool. We talk about other people's club. We talk about other people's club.
So it's fine when it happens to other people's clubs, but not when it actually happens.
Yeah, of course. Okay. Of course it's fine. Of course Irish is fine. Come on, Irish.
Okay, first of all,
I'm teasing Irish.
Irishman, you're talking to a guy who supports Manchester United. And you see how Manchester United, the free market Manchester United, have run the club to the ground, right?
Liar. You're a liar, my boy. Nobody does, man. He's a liar, Cosby. He's a liar.
Oh.
No, I don't. Don't listen to him. Come on, man.
You've got skulls on the back of that. You've got skulls on the back of that shirt. We know you do. That's skulls on that.
Hey, liars, man. I thought I was in the midst of blood. You guys are liars. You guys are trying to crucify me.
Am I lying? A whole pastor like myself. I'm a deacon.
He's a liar. He's a liar.
You're a deacon.
You don't lie.
I'm a whole deacon.
Word of the Lord here now. Is that what you're doing?
I'm a whole deacon. That guy is blasphemous.
I'm a whole bishop then.
I think Carl understands now, guys. I think he understands now. In regards to
but
it's not that I never understand. I just think I have a very different opinion.
No, I get your point.
You know, like I completely understand. I understand the idea and then the sentiment behind it, and I completely agree is that you again, we could take, because I live in North America. I see what happened in St. Louis when the Rams move. It killed the economy of that place, and to bring it to LA, we did it the same thing to the Chargers that were in San Diego.
Last week, that was him. They did it to Raiders.
They did it to Oakland.
Oakland.
Wasn't Dodgers New York Dodgers or something originally?
Yeah, Brooklyn.
Yes, Brooklyn Dodgers. Yeah. Yeah, so but again, New York had so many other teams. So they were fine.
But it's happened to my local team as well, Quasi. Like Waterford United disappeared because of bad ownership. And my uncle used to play for Waterford United back in the 60s, my godfather. When we were really good, he played against the Busby Babes. He played in Old Trafford against the Busby Babes for Waterford United. We had titles. They're all gone now. All those titles are gone. It's now. It used to be Waterford United. Now it's Waterford FC because we went under and we had to come back. So we can't say we have any of those old titles because they're gone now.
They're gone. Yeah.
Same with Rangers up in Scotland. Rangers is Newco now. Rangers can't say they have X amount of titles. Rangers Newco. That club.
Oh, they took the when they went down.
They go. They're a Phoenix club. You can't say that. So my club is gone.
Are you serious?
Are you not able to buy the name? Even if
I thought they did it to.
No, you can't rebrand. No, you have to. You can, like, it was Waterford United. Now it's Waterford FC.
Wow.
You can't say, and you lose your titles. You lose all.
Because I thought they did it to them like they did to Juventus. Juventus got sent to Serie B and then they came back. They still had their titles.
That was a demotion. That was a different thing. But they stripped them of their titles, and I'm not one of those guys. It splits people a lot. You kind of tends to be kind of 70-30 when you say let's just say Man City did some stuff wrong say 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Would you take those 2 titles now? To me, I'm one of those people. I don't give a shit. Look, those I wouldn't count them as Premier League wins if you got them like 7 years later, because some people are like, yeah, give me the titles. To me, they're kind of gone. You know,
You're gone, man. I mean,
yeah, you add them to the total if you want. I don't really care, but I'm not out here celebrating them.
Yeah, big up to Nee. He joined us. But you see, Fuzzy, this is what annoys me. And Nee, you could also comment on that. They set these rules, and then when the people who set the rules find out that they are the problem, then they'll be like, oh, okay, let's go to legitimate, court after court after court after court. They set the rules thinking that it was going to affect the bottom half of the pyramid. But then when the people who were the so-called cartels who set the rules get busted, when the closet gets opened up and then the skeletons falls out, then they'll be like, oh, nothing to see here. Let's just go to court. Let's just go to court. Let's just go to court. Let's just go to court.
What's the point of going to court? But the thing is, guys, what's the point of going to court if you're not gonna get any, outcome out of it? It's just gonna be the same as before you went to the court. You know what I mean? Chelsea going to court, they're gonna come out, all right. Same thing with Man City. Went to court, they come out all right. So what's the actual point even putting court in the conversation? It doesn't even make sense. You might as well just end it right there and then, and just say they've won, and then we move on to the next thing. If you know what I mean, I've got a feeling Chelsea going to get away with this 100%.
Fuzzy, I think the point of going to court is to adjudicate not the actual crime, is to adjudicate the rules and regulation of that set Premier League guidelines. Once they do, they have to make a deal.
But the thing is, if both of them are corrupt, because I've always said that about Man City, they will get away with things because they do work with the government. You know what I mean? You don't build around Manchester City, the stadium, without working with the government. You know what I mean? So they do feed money to these people. So they are thinking about a way out of this stuff they're doing right now. That's why it's taking so long, that 115 charges. And then you look at the Chelsea one, they already knew before they bought the club, these things will come up eventually. That's why Kwasi is talking about it. They already, when they bought the club, this was always going to come up. They already knew about it. And the best option in that is to punish them for that, because they already knew about it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's like they say, if you commit the crime, you've got to serve the time, innit? So
serve the time. But it's not that, because I think what the FA have an issue is that the maximized fine for this might not be that much. I don't know what's the maximum the max amount that you can fine a football club. That usually there's always a max amount. You can't.
No, you're right. But this is my question.
Give an amount, right? So let me finish that thought, and then I'll let you do. I think personally, what should happen is that it should be a huge fine, and then you're not allowed to be in the transfer market for a year.
It has happened to them before.
And move on with our life, because to me there'll never be enough punishment.
There is
for the crime. There's what is
demote him. If you want to keep the titles, fine. You want to keep the title, get relegated next year.
That's this is like rule breaking for Chelsea is a norm. Don't forget that. You know what I mean?
That's bad for the Premier League business.
Kyle, you just said it. You just said what did you say about the transfer ban, right? So if it happened again and again, like it happened a few times already, when are they going to learn from things like this then? When are they going to be punished severely?
They're not supposed to learn from this. They're not supposed to learn from this. They're not supposed to
do it again, then, isn't it?
Then what's the whole point of having it?
That's the name of the game. That's the name of the game. That's the name of the game. Like
Fuzzy, to touch on the court bit, I think the whole challenge that football is having universally is because they are run in nations. So whatever rules and regulations governing the game is subject to more like subservient or subject to the rules governing the nation at large. So ideally, if football regulations were to be made to be in a vacuum, to operate in a vacuum, it would have been easier to clamp down on some of these things. But anytime there is a disagreement, the court of law is there to settle it. we should also lose sight of the fact that the Premier League themselves, or maybe the FA, might also be corrupt. So if now we give them the sole power and autonomy to also now take decisions or enforce the rules and regulations, they have also demonstrated not to be have high integrity enough to also be given all the powers to act. Now on the Man City bit, I mean, there were things that were done, and then they need to be punished for it. They had this back and forth in court for a very long time. The same things that Man City were fighting now, because now they have a deal that goes in their favor. They say, okay, we are happy to concede. This is ridiculous, honestly. And it's marks of like incompetence on the part of the FA or whoever. It's
the FA is basically saying we're just gonna take the money, and then hey, don't do it again.
Allow you. Now, I'm also with Irishman on this. I don't want titles to be won in hindsight. Like, I don't want other people to strip the titles and just say Liverpool was second, so give it to them. Chelsea was second at this point. But the challenge I have right now is that people are being hypocritical, like thinking that, okay, because we cannot strip them of the titles, we cannot actually punish them strong enough. For example, if Chelsea, and I like Kwesi, the point that you made, if you go and tell your woman that, oh, I cheated, but it's in the past, and blah 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 blah.
I'm snitching on myself. Yeah,
because I've come forward myself. You don't need to act, dude. You will not survive. The other bit is that if the person, of course, in the legal frame or context, once the person complies, I mean, we try to massage the punishment a bit. So let's just say that the thing lasted for 3 seasons, for example. It's okay. The maximum punishment is like 20-point deduction for three seasons each. Because now you came to report yourself. Let's say we are taking 10-point deduction for the next 3 seasons. We are deducting 10 points, because why would you deduct point from Nottingham Forest and the other small clubs when they misconduct themselves? When they misconduct themselves, and when it comes to these big guys, say, okay, I'm taking money.
It takes a while as well. It takes a while. The other ones are so easy.
Yes, like that. The other ones is just like, oh, the child who is helpless, you just smack the child and say, okay, don't do it again. Then you are now massaging the ego of Manchester City because they have the financial power, financial muscle to, I mean, fight out in court. These things, I mean, those rules need to be clear and plain. That once you breach these things, if it's 20 points, maybe if you come forward, you say 10 points per each season that you cheated. Then now we will not strip you of the previous title, but we are making sure that you are not winning any titles for the foreseeable future. Like if it's 3 years, the next 3 years, each season we are deducting 15 points, just like we did to Everton. Yeah. We are making sure that you do not win. Then now it compensates for the years that you cheated somehow.
Now, this is the reason. You know, the funny thing is, now you know why the referees are useless, because there's no rules. Nobody has a set rules to make sure that these things don't happen. When they mess up, oh well. There's a reason. This all rules that the rest of the league slowly, especially the people who are not from England, who owns the clubs, started slowly making these rules, was because a lot of these clubs, especially the bottom part of the pyramids, were taking money from the big clubs, and then they will overspend it and say, oh, hey, I need more money next year. That's why FSG was upset, talking about why are we giving money to the bottom clubs and they are not taking care of the money. If they were doing well with the money, I promise you, they know that, you know what, it's an investment, right? I give Fuzzy money, he takes off that money, it's going to pay off me, because he's going to take off it when the next time when I need it, I can talk to him.
Exactly.
But if I'm giving money to Fuzzy and he's blowing it, and then the next year he shows up, that's why the whole, you know, now each league has to take care of their own per se, right? If you have any club in your league and they are overspending, you got to kick him out.
Simple as that.
Simple as that, because it affects the whole total. Chelsea was cheating. If you're gonna say cheating, just the punishment of cheating is just
the first time.
It's not the first time.
They've been like banned from obviously transfers in the past.
Twice before.
So when are they going to learn? There's nothing to learn here. Next is the severe punishment. That's what it has to be. Why are we following rules as a football club every single season, and the rest ain't?
Because
we get the most, hate every single time. There you go. It's weird. It's all a mess, in my opinion. When it comes to clubs looking after themselves and all that stuff. Chelsea do it time and time and time again, but they don't even get a severe punishment. They do it because they know they will get away with it, so they'll do it again and again and again. That's how it is.
And the books were already open, so the league already knew this was coming. And they've given them 18 months to basically come up with an excuse. That's what the EPL did. Because when Abraham was kicked out, the books became public.
Oh, yeah.
Go on, Irishman. You were talking.
No, I just was hoping if I maybe fill in a couple of gaps. Everton self-reported like Man City did, or like
Chelsea did.
The Forests, the Everton ones, there was a lot of kind of like, oh, how come it's only? I'm not saying from you guys, but it's like, how come Everton got punished straight away and City didn't? Because what City is doing is beyond FFP and PSR. What they're being accused of doing. Parts of what they're doing is actually criminal. Like Everton didn't break any law. They broke, they were regulations. They didn't murder anybody.
The
Man City stuff that they were doing, there's fraud involved in it. There's
family involvement.
Yeah, there's stuff you can go to prison for. That's why their case is way bigger, because it's not just some Premier League FFP thing. It's like these guys were breaking the actual law, fraud, financial kind of fraud, all that kind of stuff. They're criminal proceedings.
Well,
that's why those things.
Irishman, you could put the same as Chelsea as well. Like if
exactly, probably
which was done for what he was done for.
I'm assuming that
was before what he won.
Yes, but Irishman, let them punish them.
It's like if some criminal was done by, like, say, John Smith back in the day, Todd Bowley can't go to prison for it. This John Smith.
Yes, Irishman.
That's why the City stuff is just taking a whole lot longer, because and like Neil was saying, these guys have the money to drag you through every court in the land for 10 years, and their lawyers said that 10 years ago. One of their big mouth lawyers came out about 6-7 years ago, said the Premier League can try and take us to court if they want, but we have more time and more money,
more lawyers,
10 years. It's like, Jesus, man, you're saying the quiet bit out loud there. You're not supposed to say that out loud.
They're telling you what the corruption is.
Right. Sorry.
Go on, Nick.
For me, that's why I wanted the sporting aspect to be pretty much straightforward. Because if the rules are pretty much clear,
can I just add on to what you just said? Can I just add what you just said? Do you remember? I think it was last season or the season before. It could be that they said they want to bring into the Premier League a sports relegate. What do you call them? The ones who look after. And all the clubs refused. Do you remember that? Everybody even the Premier League said no. So why are you saying no to something like that can check the books out and all that stuff? There must be corruption going on. It's got to be.
Exactly my point. That's why I said even the Premier League themselves and the FA themselves, that they are not conducting themselves with the highest integrity. But if the sporting aspect was straightforward, Irishman, it would have been quite easier. Okay, City, because there are criminal elements, we'll fight that one out. But the sanctions on the sporting side will apply. Whilst we still fight the rest out in court. Just as they did to Everton and then the others. Okay, on the sporting side, we are going to apply the sanctions straightforward. So now we start this season or the previous season with Man City already docked 15 or 10 points from the start, from the onset. Then we are fighting the criminal aspect out in court. And that would be easier. Now, what we are trying to do is that now people will still go for money and know that, okay, if I'm found cheating, I'll be fined. So now let me get the highest Saudi bidder, Qatari owner, whoever has unlimited amount of funds, and let me breach the law. And at the end of the day, I can pay my way out. That is a bad precedent we are trying to set now. Anyway, that's a bit I wanted to add.
No, but it's true, 100%.
No, I think one of the main things that's come down to me is that basically the Premier League, which let's not forget, the Premier League isn't an organization that exists separate. The Premier League is literally just all the clubs in the
Other
Premier
clubs
League.
together, yeah.
So it's Burnley. This Burnley are the Premier League this year. Leeds are the Premier League this year.
Mhm.
Southampton was the Premier League last year. But I think the sticking point is what they're saying is Man City are saying, no, these are the real books. So if you look at the real books, you can't. We've done nothing wrong, and the Premier League is saying no. Those books are cooked. We will fine you on your real books, and I think that's literally what this fight is coming down to. Is that like if City say someone says no, that's actually City's accounts are true, then they haven't done anything wrong. So you can find them for the FFP stuff and all that.
Yeah.
That I think is a lot of basically what it's all coming down to. Is they're saying those books are cooked. They're saying they're not cooked. I mean, that's what they're fighting. And cooking books
Irishman,
is the
you see why in other sectors, when it comes to you being I don't know the term, subpoenaed or whatever to bring some document, and then you decide not to bring some document because City were not complying. They were not complying when they said, okay, these books look cooked. So now let us have your email transactions and whatnot, and they were unwilling to. In other jurisdictions, what they will say is that, okay, guys, we are getting a warrant to force you to bring these things so that auditors can audit the books. In other jurisdictions, I work for government organizations. Every year, the government sends auditors to come around to audit our books. The accountant, open our financial app, open that, and you are supposed to comply. But I understand that this football terrain is a bit different, and until they try to clean all this mess up, we are sitting on a ticking time bomb.
But you see, this is the thing, though. This is the thing. But that's the power the EPL is playing with fire, because eventually, when the government gets upset, the fans are gonna get riled up, right? Especially the small clubs, fans. They are more than the big clubs. They're gonna get riled up. The parliament is gonna sit there and say, we need to audit the EPL. And the reason why they have the right to audit the EPL, because this is the power Carl, we were debating with Carl. It's a public asset, right? It's a community asset, like Irishman was saying. And the government has the right to do it. Just like in America, when the college football or the college sport was acting up, the Congress audited them. And they saw a whole bunch of corruption. Now, they didn't want to get audited again. So guess what they do? They're paying the athletes now. A college athlete gets paid, aka the NIL. And that's just one of it. Now, the next one is the college have to pay the athletes, not just the students, the special athletes who gets deals from outside. Now, okay, how much is Fuzzy bringing to University of so and so? Okay, I know you're giving him a free tuition, free education, but the rule says if Irishman shows up and say, hey, Fuzzy, let me buy you a shirt, Fuzzy loses his scholarship, loses his chance to play for the college again. And he has to basically try to go pro. And that comes with consequences, right? He will lose money because guess what? No professional team will get you in the first round draft, which is millions and millions and millions of dollars. So these colleges were making a lot of money, billions, and the students were not making nothing. And because they know there's corruption there, they didn't let the second time around, they didn't let the Congress audit them. So they say, okay, fine, you could have an NIL deal. Now, guess who's going to be the next students who are going to be NIL? High school students. You're going to have a high school student driving a Lamborghini to class because he's such an exceptionally great athlete. Gifted, and that is where the EPL is going. Eventually, the fans are going to rile up to the point where a parliamentarian will want some points, some political points, and he's going to request that we need to audit the EPL. And when they audit the EPL, the corruptions will come up. And I promise you, the football as we know it will be gone. Because politics, when they bring their rules, it doesn't benefit the people. It benefits the politics that they're talking about. So I'm just saying, for the fans who think that, oh, it's okay, let them spend all the money they want. No, there needs to be a regulation that everybody needs to follow. And right now, the EPL cannot talk to La Liga and every other body else by saying we are better than you, because guess what? You are as corrupt as every single one of them.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And it's sad that the fans are the ones who's going to suffer. Remember what happened when they did the whole Super League, 2 days of nonsense on TV. Oh, we saving football. No, you're not saving football. You saving your own pockets. And that's the part where the fans also needs to start waking up, because the way things are going, we're going to lose football as we know it. And the worst people you want them to take over football is the politicians and FIFA.
What's the point of stopping the Super League if we are going to allow these things to go on?
Exactly.
Thank you. Because they let Jamie Carragher and Gary Neville show up with Sky Sports at the same time. Sky Sports was having a back conversation with the Super League organizer, say, hey, if you guys pass through, we want to have first day.
Yep.
But yet they have their two puppets showing up every day. Yeah, we're saving football. You're not saving nothing.
Saving your pockets, more like now.
Nia, can I ask Nia a question?
Sure.
Can I ask Nia a question?
Uh-huh.
Name a super club, proper super club, right now that would be in the Super League and isn't already in the Premier League.
Bournemouth.
Start you off, Real, Barcelona.
Yeah, I mean, Juventus have gone down over the years, so maybe PSG,
Bayern Munich.
Yeah, they are very far. They're far and few. Maybe
Ajax.
That's it. That's your four. That's it. That's your four.
There's
Super clubs.
the
Premier League is
Would that
your
be
de
in
facto
trouble?
Super League. The Premier League is your de facto Super League. They were trying to get freaking Tottenham into it. They're getting 5-6 clubs into the Champions League every year.
Mm-hmm.
The Premier League is basically your Super League already. When you look at, if you look at the amount of money that the Premier League spends, not just on transfers, on wages, you look at the commercial revenue is still higher at Real Madrid, Barcelona, PSG, Bayern Munich than a lot of these other clubs. They're all top 4 or 5.
Yeah.
But basically, if you're talking about a Super League, I mean, you'd be thrown in a few random Dutch clubs, but it would be all. It's England is where it's at now. The money is in the Premier League. You know, the Super League thing is still on the table for guess who? Real Madrid.
So Real Madrid and
They are the ones behind it, don't they? They are the ones behind it.
Juventus want to be in there.
Yep.
Juventus are dying.
They need their money.
Bayern Munich are having
It's just a money issue. It's just some money. It's guaranteed money. It's guaranteed money.
because when the regulations also kicked in Spain, now they are cash strapped. That's why they're also pushing for the Super League. And that is the line we are towing.
But what I'm saying is, people are talking about the Super League. The Premier League doesn't need a Super League because, I mean, it's already got its own thing. We still think
but Liverpool, Chelsea, Manchester United,
they still want more money. They still
the
want more
top
money.
6.
I mean,
they will not turn down. They will not turn down the Super League. I think they
I'm not saying they're going to turn it down.
That's not what he's saying. He's saying, like,
Carlos, I'm not saying they're going to turn it down. I'm just saying it already exists in England.
Irishman, I understand.
I understand that point, Fazzy.
That's what he's saying.
I understand that, but I'm saying is that
when
they
they
are
are
as
trying to
enthusiastic as Madrid, to do it. Yeah.
No, but the English that what Irishman is saying, that the English leagues don't
They don't need Super League. They don't
need Super League right now.
I understand even the new deal coming. It's
it's gonna be crazy.
It's more mad.
What do you think? Rangers and Celtic for when they're in the Champions League were desperate to. Do you remember Rangers and Celtic? It was all that talk he's gone for about 10-15 years, like about bringing Rangers and Celtic into the Premier League. Because they were dominating in Scotland. So
they needed the money.
Scottish League and all of that.
But see, this is the thing though. EPL, they have with the corruption. There's corruption anyway. But the reason why the EPL is not better, is not at the level of the NFL, is because they don't want to.
Is it commercial?
Progress. What's up?
Is the worldwide like commercial or something like that?
No. Yeah, they want to progress, because if you look at the NFL as a brand, is bigger than the EPL. as dumb as it sounds. Even though football is bigger.
Yeah, they are 25 billion business right now, and then in the next 10 years they'll be reaching 40 billion.
They make
in 10 years they'll be reaching 40 billion.
But you see it slowly. The EPL is doing. They're slowly catching up because that's how you see we running away from La Liga and Serie A.
But you guys are talking about NFL, Quasi. Who's running the Premier League now? The people from the NFL. I mean, these American ownerships are
right.
Yeah, that's why you see the change.
That's why you see the change.
That's why you see the change.
Yeah, that's why you see the change, right?
Irishman, my issue was not really on the money bits because obviously the money the EPL clubs are making, they really didn't need a Super League. Where I had an issue was where we are lying to the fans and crying unethical BS on the Super League when we are allowing Man City and Chelsea and to doing all these things, and then we are crying that the Super League is unethical.
Yeah, and then you do the same thing on the side.
It's not leveling the playing field and all that, and then we are doing all this in the EPL as well. So.
And guess what? And just to finish,
it was a closed shop. It was a closed shop. It was the no relegation thing was what a lot of people, and again, like most people across the world, they won't even understand what that means. But if you want to actually be a genuine football fan and you want to have a league, then the idea of no one ever getting relegated,
don't reinvent the wheel. They should not reinvent the wheel. They were trying to run it like MLS. They were trying to run it like MLS, and it's not going to work. That's why MLS is here.
No, that system will work because it's about money. It's about making money because you are here.
We know everything's about money. We know everything's about money.
Let me finish my point. You guys,
because of that system.
No,
when MLS started, I don't know if you know, Carl. When MLS started, there was no draws. Do you know that? Yeah. They were doing
sure.
To me, this is not even shootouts from the halfway line. That's how MLS was.
To me, this
is not even work, is it? They had to go revert to normal football, and now look at MLS.
I agree. We just agree that this is a plot to make more money. I'm just reiterating a statement that we all have agreed. The other point I was gonna make is that the thing is they're trying to sell a new product. They're trying to sell a new product to the fan, and thinking is that it's the same product that they have in America, where they could say, oh, we got 20 teams here and they play against each other and blah blah blah, and then we could sell that product because again we're selling AC Milan, we're selling Liverpool, we're selling Manchester United, and that's what we're selling, and that's what they want to sell. They're not able to do that in the Premier League.
But that's
yeah, guys, guess what? UEFA was also trying to protect its competition, so UEFA was actually
there you go.
That's what you tried to sell that.
Interestingly,
they tried to sell that, and people said we don't want that.
And I agree with them.
It is because of the power of the Premier League, because they needed the pool of the Premier League. They would have gone ahead and implemented it that way. Because the French teams or the others were interested, but because they needed selling power.
Carl, I understand what you're saying. You want to make it a small party so that the small party becomes the value of the small party becomes big. Then people have to beg you to come in. That's where they went wrong. They should have gotten everybody in, and then you close it.
Go back to the drawing table. Then UEFA realized that if these guys go to change the
that's why they also expanded.
That's why they also changed.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Everybody looks like it's unethical, but everyone's trying to protect their own pockets and their own interest.
It kind of work. It kind of work in their favor. Now I don't know how long it will work because they're greedy MFers. Because I always need more money. More money. So I don't know how long it would work, but but the idea is that they want to control. They want to control the life. They almost want to be able to guarantee every year I'm getting $200-300 million in my pocket. In this current system, it's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed.
Carl, you're explaining the rain comes from the sky now. We all kind of know why this is happening. We know why they're doing it. We understand what a closed shop thing exactly. Why would they do that? Is so they could guarantee themselves hundreds of millions. Exactly.
Which is guess who does that?
You know why they're doing it. What we're sitting here saying, it can fuck off. Basically, nobody would really give that much of a shit about it. And guess what? That you do it. So UEFA struck back and they said, right, if you want to be guaranteed How about a structure, a league structure?
Now we
You
have
get,
to
say,
expand
8
it.
games.
Yeah.
You get 8 games, right? So even if you lose 3 games, you can still get through if you're a big club. PSG tested that structure out last year.
Oh,
They
did.
came close.
They went through the playoffs, didn't they? To beat Man City.
Exactly. The whole point is if we give you 8 games and you're Real Madrid and you're Liverpool, you can have a couple of off games, not like in a group. Hey, in a group, you lose
We
2
did the
games.
wrong
Next
thing,
thing you know, you
we
might
did the
get
wrong
knocked
thing.
out in the group. Okay,
Yeah.
you don't like that. You don't like that. Okay, look at the top 8 clubs, the top 10 teams in Champions League, and there's your quarterfinalists for next 8 years, 10 years. There's your quarterfinalists with the odd exception. There's your quarterfinalists for next 10 years.
Fuzzy,
Real Madrid, Man
You
City,
ever modified it a
PSG.
bit, yeah.
It's
okay,
not
this one thing real quick.
shop there.
One thing real quick.
I understand Irish. Let me finish. I understand Irish. You think I don't understand? My thing is that you don't understand is that these dudes are greedy. They want in that system, even the 20th team is making money.
To the converted, Carl. You're preaching to the converted.
I think sometimes you think I'm against you. I'm against it. I'm saying is that this thing.
What I'm saying is you don't need to explain to us that it's about making money.
They'll come back again.
And Fuzzy, let me make Fuzzy even more happy.
Scrooge McDucking it around the place. I know it's about money.
Let me make Fuzzy even more happier.
Come on, it's all good.
The Champions League settings is the NFL league.
Wow.
You play a league.
Yeah.
You go to the playoffs. There are certain groups who have already qualified, so they don't play. They call it the wild card. In the UCL, is called the playoffs, which PSG, just like Irishman said, PSG just tested it, and then you go play the rest. They're just using football verbiage to set it up. So
we fell for it, Quasi. We fell for it. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. They use Carragher. They use Carragher and Gary Neville to show up on TV, say that they're gonna save football, and everybody fell for it. And UEFA said, "Hey, let's copy the NFL real quick." And guess what? They're making money because we all love it. You can't tell me this new
Quasi. You're gonna love this. Group A, AFC North. Group B, AFC East. Group C, NFC West.
You see what I'm saying?
That's what it is.
Anyway,
now
let's go to more important things. Liverpool versus Burnley, man. But before we start, we need to call Fuzzy. He thinks just because he ran away to vacation, we should not call him. We should not call him and answer his crime.
What crime?
Uh-oh.
When Liverpool was playing Arsenal.
Yeah.
I saw your tweet in the first half. I saw the tweet you posted in the first half.
I delete it or
next time keep the receipts. Next time keep receipts.
You see what I mean?
What did I say?
Fuzzy was like, what a horrible first half.
I did say that. I did.
Aha!
But I'll watch the game back, then I changed my mind now. So
thank you. I need to be a prophet. I've been saying this argument and I've been telling everybody before. Everybody should go watch that game again.
I did fall for the trap, man. Man.
Thank you.
It wasn't Liverpool that was bad. It was Arsenal. They had the intention of coming in to the game, being more defensive, cautious, and all that nonsense, of like playing football. And Liverpool just didn't understand. They thought that it's beginning of the season, we're going to play, this kind of football, and Arsenal came negative. And that's a team that's worried about their position in the Premier League, because if you're doing this early, then your manager is under pressure, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay. The man confessed early. This man confessed early. He makes my show a little bit too horrible.
But carry on, Quasi. Go.
This is why I'm so mad that Nuno is not here. He's not here.
What did Irishman say? 1 second, Carl. What Irishman? You said what?
Go ahead, Irish.
Fozzie Receipts. That's what you need to change your name to. He's coming in like 2 weeks later. Fozzie's settling into the chair. He's having a nice chat. And then all of a sudden, pulling up tweets from 2 weeks old, like a CNN journalist or something.
Listen, from what I was watching, it was a terrible first half. And when you watch it, you know what I do, guys? I watch games back in it, because you got to see what the reasons are for these, performances. So I realized afterwards
It was-
Liverpool was
yeah,
playing
it was the
well
game
all along.
itself. It was the game
Yeah, yeah.
itself that was a nice game to watch. The game
Come on,
itself,
that's
not
the
necessarily.
two top teams in the Premier League playing like that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Then you realize it wasn't Liverpool's fault. You know what I mean? Liverpool was shocked that actually Arsenal came and played like that. So
Yeah.
I understand.
Irishman, you so just for the people, we know who's gonna be the goalkeeper, right? Or we think Mama Javili has taken over.
No.
Is Alisson injured?
No,
No, he's
Don't put that there.
no. I mean, people. You know, there's some receipt that some people wanted Alisson out and Kelleher to take over some years ago.
Oh,
Okay,
That's some crazy talk, man. That's some crazy talk. Is that you, Fuzzy? Is
Ends,
that
man,
why
we
you
know
going
you're
are you
watching.
looking over
the
there?
name begins with Z, right?
we know Ents-man is watching, and he let people force him to say that. He even Ents was against the idea, but eventually he succumbed to the
Sometimes.
pressure.
Sometimes our emotions let us get. I mean, make us make.
No, I need
I
him
tried
to
to save him.
so
I
quick to
tried to
make
save him. I
certain
told him Ali
shouts.
was the best. Yeah.
I was
Not-
in a
not
group and
one of
people
them-
were also
not
saying
one
the
of
same
them
thing
said his
about
name right.
Tsimikas and Robertson. When Robertson started having bad games, people were saying, "Oh, Tsimikas is." I said, "Dude, he's not as Robo's level, nowhere near." And now he's gone.
Who do you guys think is going to be the right back, or should we discuss that later? And Fuzzy,
Wait, leave the
remember
right back
before
in.
you left, I told you who was going to be the right back, and you lost your mind, and you're like, nah. Let's Bradley. Okay, we will get back to that. Let's start with the left back. Are we thinking?
Yeah.
It's got to be Kokes.
Keep
It's got to improve, isn't it?
Kokes
It's got to improve.
is
Yeah.
It has to improve, man. He had a good game against Arsenal as well, didn't he? So
Oh yeah.
eventually,
He
you know.
did.
Try
Okay.
again.
He needs positional awareness. I don't know if you guys agree with me. You know, like Robert.
I think it'll take time.
Yeah, Robertson
start-
ain't the paciest.
He's too aggressive.
Um,
He's too aggressive.
No. It's not aggressive. It's positional awareness. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
If you look at Robertson, he hasn't got the blistering pace as other players like Carl Walker or anything like that. But when he positions himself against pacey players, he always
Well
beats
to
the
catch up.
ball. Yeah. So he needs to learn how to do that instead of like doing race like you're Usain Bolt. You're not. I mean, get in front of the player. Make sure like he hits you from the back always.
Because the attacker always has the better starting position or starting run. And the attacker always takes off first. So you don't need to race him. You just have to position yourself well.
Exactly, man.
And he will learn. He's starting to learn. You see, when you play for other clubs,
he came to
it
the
takes
game.
time. You have, and even our guy here, Verts, he also has to do the same thing too.
Yeah.
You know, and
Now,
I think
Bournemouth were not playing high line, even though they play open attacking, they were not playing the high line. So for him at Bournemouth, if you hit a diagonal within a short distance, the ball go out of play. So I think he wasn't used to that kind of defending. But in Liverpool, now we push high.
The Premier League is different.
You adjust.
Yeah.
You adjust.
All right, so let's put our brain muscle to this. I think Szoboszlai is starting over.
Yeah, McAllister's doing a lot of traveling, isn't it? So
yes,
and
I think that's I think the manager have learned his loss.
Jones is injured, by the way, guys. Yeah.
Jones is injured.
He's the only one out. Yeah.
Why did he get injured? He didn't go anywhere.
In the game?
He got injured in the previous game.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And
the right back.
After bossing the game against Arsenal, he got injured.
Yeah.
Bradley's been playing in it recently, so
Bradley has the most minutes.
Either one.
Yeah.
I mean, Frimpong.
I think it's
Frimpong.
Frimpong is training well.
Frimpong has been training hard.
Yeah. So I say Frimpong 60 minutes, and then Bryn Bradley in the last 30 minutes.
Hamstrings, man.
It's a
So
It's a smaller team.
you want to bring him in against Atletico?
Yeah.
No, I go the other way.
Yeah, I'll go the other way.
It's a smaller team. Bradley 60.
No, I just go the other way. 60 for Bradley.
For Bradley,
Yeah,
60 for Bradley, and then 34.
No, it's just because they were both out, but Bradley came back and got minutes for us.
Earlier.
And he played twice for Northern Ireland.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So I think he's just his level
He's
of match
match
fitness is just a.
And you know the hamstring, you can't take risks with that.
I don't mind. I don't mind either one of them.
Bring him on, yeah. Listen, I can't.
He would need to
for last 25, last 25 minutes.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
This is the type of game we got to like go into with dominance.
Yeah, it's Burnley.
over.
It's Burnley.
Yeah.
So I mean,
So we can't go into it like cautious anymore. Like, let's see
Yeah.
what Arnie Slot football is. That's what I want to know. I don't know if you guys know Arnie Slot football. I don't know yet. So I want to see now, are we position based? Are we transition? What are we?
I'll tell you what Annie Slot football is. We've seen it in spurts. Did you see the goal against the last goal that Rio scored against Newcastle?
Yeah.
The goal that Balboa, Athletic, one of the goals, we had like 20 passes and then bang.
Yeah.
Those are how he wants to play, and even against Crystal Palace. But then we fall asleep in between it. That's why the team is so disjointed. And that's why I'm not worried, because I know when we click, it's going to be dangerous. Now, these two here, what do you guys think is going to happen?
It's going to be Ekitike, isn't it? And the Gakpo. I don't think Isak is going to be playing for it, but even said it in the press conference.
Way too early.
Yes, it's going to take him time. He might bring him on as a sub, he said. So to get into the way.
Maybe when we are 3 goals up, you just.
I can't believe it.
Bro, I was just about to say that. I was just about to say that. I was even going to ask Irishman. I said, when was the last time Liverpool have a superstar like Isak, and we saying you're going to come off the bench and you might even just play 5 minutes?
Literally never.
Crazy.
Literally never.
Do you guys understand the craziness of what it is?
Even in the big days. No, look, he's on the bench for a reason. But yeah, I think Slot is right. He's been saying the fans shouldn't be expecting anything, because this guy he's played 1 game of football in 3.5 months now. So slowly, because you throw him in now if you want, by all means, but he'll be broken in December.
Yeah. He said he was injured or something. He said,
you just slowly get him in, slowly get him in, slowly bring him in.
Compliments, didn't he, Irishman, to the the Sweden manager? He said he gave compliments to him because he didn't play him a lot.
Yeah, gave him 10 minutes. I think
the injury. He said he hasn't played football for a while.
2 games. He went away for the 2 games. Nice, nice training camp and all that. But he only played 10 minutes over the whole international break. So nice.
Oh, they're blaming him for they might not qualify for the World Cup. They're blaming him now.
They blame him for.
They were 2-0 down when he came on against Arsenal.
Yeah, they want to. I know who the fan base who's doing that. Arsenal fans. You think we don't see you? It's not the Swedish fans. It's not the Swedish fans.
It's Newcastle's fault.
And Newcastle also.
Don't blame Liverpool for that. You know what I mean? Blaming Liverpool for that. It ain't our fault. If they sold him early, he would have been playing now. So relax, man.
But I mean, they're going to, Liverpool. And that's why my frustration is with the whole Chelsea thing. Right? Chelsea fans. Carl, are you speaking? I think you're mute.
But Kwesi, their Jokeres was there. Arsenal fans who are making noise. Their Jokeres was there. Why didn't he ensure that
that's what it is?
And
that's what it is. That's what it is. Now we know who's the better striker. Now we know who's the better striker.
Jokeres, goodness gracious me, man. Oh, by the way, Jack Grealish has got the player of the month for last month.
Wow, that's amazing. He should stay there. Stay at Everton.
Slot manager of the month. Slot manager of the month.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one.
I think Szoboszlai should have gotten it. I'm sorry.
Player of the month.
He's been all right. The full 3 games. He's been the best.
Szoboszlai has played very, very, very,
very. But not enough stats. Not enough stats. You know his stats. You know his stats, man.
Please don't bring.
Why is Grealish player of the month? 4 assists,
bro.
Yeah, that's what they said for assists. Yeah.
And the guy who's
he didn't play well. 4 games, 3 games, 4 assists. I mean,
that's why he's the player of the month. Yeah.
That's BS.
If Szoboszlai had 1 goal and 2 assists or 3 assists, I think
then Ekitike has 2 goals and 1 assist.
You know what I mean?
And the team has 4 perfect points.
Szoboszlai played,
but now we go. He only plays 70 minutes.
And he's playing out of position as well.
Yeah, but then he's better. If he plays less minutes with a better output, then he's actually better.
I agree with you, but these things you know those politics of those things. Yeah. You know those politics of those.
Yeah, it's just a sponsor so that he could get into the English.
That free kick alone should get you bloody player of the month. You know what I mean,
bro? Not even just that. The flick, the dummy he did for Rio.
For Rio, look at that.
Hey, that's not an assist. That's
why not?
Because he didn't touch it.
Yeah,
He didn't touch it.
Statistically, it's not an assist.
That's what they said. He's the only player I think on the pitch that didn't touch it. I think the goalkeeper touched everybody else apart from him.
See, this thing of participation trophies is very annoying. It's killing the world.
Listen, they could win that. They could win the player of the month. As long as we win the Premier League, I don't care, man.
Win the Premier League. Yeah.
Win the Premier League.
No, it's very, very annoying. We just let this be the way it is. And that's why, and I'm glad that Irishman and Fuzzy are here, because I had a debate. I mean, do we need to talk more about the Burnley? No disrespect to Burnley, but come on. I mean, Liverpool, if you don't come up with 3 points, Mr. Slot, I have a questions. Right? I think it's going to be a tough match. It's not going to be easy as people think it is.
No. But you guys are mistaking Sean Dyche Burnley.
This is not Sean Dyche Burnley. This is... And they're going to play football.
Burnley nowadays,
yeah. But I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. I think again we always a little bit sluggish coming out of
and that's my worry.
International.
Listen. Look on the bright side. It's not a 12:30 kickoff. You know what I mean? So it's all right.
that was a Klopp issue. That's not a Slot issue. That's a Klopp issue.
But you know, when Slot came, he criticized that, but he found out that it is a thing.
Was it the Northern Forest game? Northern Forest game, innit? I think that's what
it was. Yes, it was.
Yeah, you found that.
No, but I think this game is. Actually, somebody said earlier that we will see how Slot play, because this team don't sit back.
They play football. They play football. Yeah, it's not
I think Konate won't start.
But who have they played? Can we look at the schedule? To me, is that might be. I don't think they respect Manchester United. So but
they play Manchester well.
They beat Sunderland.
Yes, but to me, I think that they don't have respect for them.
Well, if you're just asking who they played, I mean, they played Sunderland.
They lost game week 1. And then
they've lost 2 games and they won 1 basically. Sunderland they beat. They lost to Tottenham the first game of the season 3-0.
Yeah.
And Man United beat them by the last minute. It was the last minute goal, I think.
Penalty kick.
Last minute. So
controversial penalty, by the way. Controversial penalty.
Okay, so to me, I think they've played team that they didn't have to fear. Yes, they don't need to fear. Mm-hmm. They don't need to fear. I think we are a team that embarrass them, and then that they could, if they don't come correct or if they don't play a little bit more cautious, it might be very dark place.
The way they were playing those back passes,
yeah. So I think that they might be a little bit more defensive minded on that game.
The 2 players that I'm looking at in this game is Szoboszlai and Wirtz.
I'm looking at Salah, bro.
Yes,
when is Salah gonna turn up? That's what I'm looking at. I mean, come on, bro.
He's too old.
Man's on holiday. Man is on holiday.
To me, look, we need to see Salah as a Champions League player now, man. Champions League player. That's what he is to me right now. So far, I
know we've got Carl. I know we've got quality players around him. It doesn't mean you have to take the foot off the gas, does it? Still play Salah, man. Get the goal, bro.
Nah, man. The Premier League is a young man's game, man. Homie, my brother is 33. My brother is 33.
Still expecting, bro. Still expecting.
But this is the thing, though. Fuzzy is too early, but if he continues, Mr. Slot, you got to make some decisions.
Yeah, man.
Well, there's no decision to make. We got no one who can play
light on that side. Yeah, we are light on that side.
We got no one.
Very light.
We got Chiesa. Chiesa is looking good, people.
Let's not force the spaghetti man. Please, let's not force the spaghetti man.
No, he's doing good.
Has spaghetti
and I'll tell you why. When Liverpool was playing Arsenal, there was 2 chances he could have passed to Salah on the break.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, like, no. Yeah, and he didn't pass it to him, and he dribbled.
I get it. It's not about his ability. The man is hungry, but his legs are made of spaghetti.
They're not there. They're not there.
That's why he needs to play.
That's the problem.
I'd end that argument. I would love to see it. For me, it would end that argument for me. I'd love to see it. Cool. I would love to see Chiesa try and do 90 minutes against Burnley and then do 90 against Madrid in midweek. You wouldn't see that again for 6 months. You wouldn't see him again for 6 months.
Well, he might have the chance in January when
Yeah, Salah is leaving, so we need to prep him.
Nah, bro.
To have an extended.
We getting Olise.
In January?
Not in
It's
January.
coming at the end of the
Dreaming, bro.
No, that's in the summer.
I know we're signing some, players that we don't normally sign, but Elisa already? Nah, not in January, man. That's too early.
Fazzy, don't worry.
I'm being a bit facetious.
Well, we've got the agent of Bayern Munich here, Quasi. So, Quasi, is he coming in down?
All I'm going to say, my sources, the sources are saying he's 3 of the players they're looking to replace. He's one of the 3 players they're looking at to replace Salah.
We forgot about Musiala then, yeah?
No, Musiala is still on the cards. He's injured. Let the injury heal.
But with Birds, I don't think we'll go for Musiala.
Will he be back for the World Cup? Do you guys think he'll be back?
I think he should be.
Oh yeah, he's definitely back.
I would love to see him at the World Cup. I would love.
I think they will push him. He might not be a starter, but I think they will put him there. He's the talent, man. That kid.
But he's only out like till kind of January. He's not out for the whole season.
Oh, he's back in January.
Oh, well, because the injury was so early. The injury was so early.
If it's similar to Harvey Elliott dislocated one, then he should be back early.
I think it was a similar.
It was not a nice injury. It was not a nice. It was very bad.
Yeah, his was. I think it's similar. He didn't. I think he broke couple bones, but you better.
It was a dislocation and I think 2 breaks, which is.
Oh, that's that for a long time.
Which is bad and good.
Dislocation is fine. Yeah.
Break
it. Better dislocate something.
If it's a clean break, if
it's a clean break, yeah. But I mean, it's all in that one area, so it's like. Oof.
But you see, this is the thing, though. Break, okay, in the foot, it's hard when you break, but you don't want to tear anything there. Yes. That's the worst.
That's the worst, yeah.
That one never heals
because it keeps tearing. It keeps tearing.
Yeah. You're putting pressure on it all the time. You stepping on it, you running on it. It's always gonna be like that's the one that I'm worried about. If it's a break.
R9 kneecap came off, didn't it, or something, didn't it? So
it was too fast. No, it exploded. Fozzie does
blew up.
An interview.
He blew the knee up.
There's an interview with the 2 surgeons at the time who said they'd never seen one of them. Like obviously, just said, but he's literally it exploded. They said they'd never seen a knee injury like what happened to R9.
Mm-hmm. He was officially done.
That was. Yeah, I'm back in the 50s. I mean, you'd be in a wheelchair probably.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy came back from that. Sports science is getting better and better, but ACLs are going up.
Mm-hmm.
I read another thing about that was referencing the study. They're saying back in the day, basically, if in the 80s, if you did an ACL, it's a wrap. Probably 80% your career was over.
Yep.
Now, if you do an ACL, it's only maybe
3 months.
10% your career is over. Maybe you'll be back soon. But the amount of ACLs that used to happen in the 80s it's going way up.
Yeah. Because this
is getting more and more. It used to be a lot rarer in injury. It used to be rare.
And same thing with tendon. If you used to tear your tendon, you were done.
Yeah.
Now you are even stronger than you were before. Because
your Achilles tendon? Do you mean your Achilles tendon?
Yeah,
Achilles tendon.
Back in the day,
I think that's still a bad injury, very bad injury.
No, now they can fix it. Now they make it even better than what it is. They figure a way to fix it. Yeah, small science is.
Who's a basketball player that just got a bad Achilles tendon injury?
Kobe. Kobe had one.
No. But like recent basketball player,
recently
was big player. What's his name? Halliburton.
Halliburton from Pacers. Yeah. But I see with basketball, because they're jumping up and down, that's why theirs is different.
Theirs is different. Okay.
Yeah, theirs different. With soccer, unless somebody hits you there again, then it becomes a problem. Yeah. But the knee, yeah, man. Then the ACLs, but they figure a way to do it. But Ronaldo's, he said he was done.
Yeah, that's what they said. Yeah,
he said he was done, and that's why he blew the other knee too, because he compensated. Yeah, and then that's where the weight started coming out.
What a shame! What a shame!
But Wirtz has done his ACL.
Yeah, Wirtz did his ACL.
Wirtz has done it. Yeah, and he came back obviously
even better. Even
Even better.
Yeah.
He won all that
Young,
stuff that he's
young
won,
age,
you know.
young age.
So, but I mean,
that's true.
it can be completely recoverable from this. People that have done it twice. I mean, I think
Van
Fofana. I
Dijk
think
done it twice, didn't he? I'm sure Van Dijk done it twice. They said.
Fofana had 2 massive injuries, an ACL, and then he did the other leg, and he's back playing. You know,
It's usually is the mentality part is the one that slows players down, because if you don't have a short-term memory and you still worry,
yeah.
You know, now they don't rush them to the recovery process. They ensure that you are fully
That's the whole
recovered
season,
before
isn't
you
it?
get through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Jibril Cisse when he broke his leg. They brought him back the same season, and then he broke the other leg, playing for France. Oh my god!
I mean, Joe Gomez are basically, he's like Jackie Chan, broken everything in his lower part of his body, and he's still going
but you
on,
can
man.
see that, Quasi, can't you? Like,
Yeah.
say with Chiesa, right? Chiesa. I mean, like I played sports. I played golf to a high level, right? Not obviously not pro or anything like that, but I had shoulder problems, right? And I know for a fact, like, that I was in certain places and I was like, this guy isn't helping me with my injury here.
Yeah.
Like, if you're a pro player and that's your living and that's your weight, and you go to somewhere like Liverpool and you're looking around the facilities and the medical staff and all of that, you're like, this is the place to be if I want to get. I don't want to go to some janky
I
club
think we do
in-
well. I think we do well in our health department. That
they
You're
have
looking-
stepped it up.
I think they got that from Arnold, didn't
We
they?
do
I think
very well.
in Arnold when he was there, Arne Slot's team, medics and all that stuff. They had they didn't have. They made sure injuries were limited or something like that.
Injury prevention, it was a big
Yeah,
problem.
injury prevention.
And
Even have you guys seen Isak's video?
Oh, when he come in, show it, man. You can't show it. You can.
In front of me, I can. A friend of
You'd
mine
rather
was
have someone on £1 million a year, though, Quasi, but I know you know about that area. Like, you'd rather pay someone 250 grand a year to be an expert at injury prevention than pay someone 500 grand a year to be an expert at injury recuperation. If you can stop people getting injured, that's a lot better. You know, that's where you want your experts, is not to overload them. And all that.
Thank you for saying that, because that was part of the conversation we had with Virgil. If you compare Virgil when he was at Southampton and when he came to Liverpool, especially after the injury, I remember when he came, Carragher, big old mouth, was like, "Oh, he's too fat, he's overweight." Which
I remember I remember.
Which he was a little bit. How should I say it? Oh, you want me to share it? Do we get flagged for that?
It's free, man. It's free. Go on.
Oh, okay.
Twitter is good, unless it's an actual game.
Let me stop sharing this.
You're talking about this video, right? This one.
No, I was gonna talk about
the finishing and that.
The finishing when he was working out, when they were doing the individual.
Yeah, I'll get that for you. I'll get it done.
Yeah, the individual thing.
Yeah,
you're standing in the door there, right? Yeah, there. Yeah, if you put a pair of sunglasses on him, that's Salt Bay walking into the building right there. You get some of them circling. It looks like Salt Bay is walking in. It's like, how the fuck did you get in here? I thought you were banned from football.
Pressed him, man. Nothing pressed him.
Nothing.
Come on.
You see what I mean? They're looking at it but this is the crazy thing. This guy
no
walks
nervous energy at all.
Nah. That guy walks in and he's
Virgil's just happy he doesn't have to face him again.
I was gonna say that.
I'm glad I don't have to come up against you, mate. You just ripped me asunder last time we played.
No, I mean the fact that Isak is like, this guy's got a Starbucks at the front of the training center. Like, you walk in the training center, you go straight into a Starbucks, and the superstar is walking in, and he's just like, what?
Does anybody knows who brought that idea to have a coffee shop in Salah?
Yeah,
dude, that's a great.
You don't drink it.
That's a great. That's
what, and that's why I said
that has brought our team close
together, mate.
Yes. But you see, this is the thing, though. This is what I said. That facility needs to be named at that. What's the name? Jurgen Klopp, because he pressed it. He pressed it for them to build it.
No. He's not talking about. Salah is the one who said about.
No, I'm talking about the whole thing.
With the boot room being back, it was obviously Klopp. Club
Yeah.
boot room back. Yeah. The
but
boot room is a restaurant now. It's not like in the dressing room, that little office.
yeah.
So yeah.
No, I mean the whole building the facility earlier than schedule.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Mo also say, hey, you need a coffee shop. Because guess what? When they're all done with training or when they first got there, that's where all of them sit. They don't sit in the canteen anymore.
Yes.
See, back in the day, you go sit in the canteen and chop it out with people. But
it's a brotherhood, isn't it?
Exactly. Coffee shop is more of we are at a restaurant or, So I promise you, if you watch the new Manchester United's training center, they also did the same thing.
No, they got a new one?
Yeah, they just unveiled the new one.
Spend money on that damn shit. Oh, hang on. So you want to watch it?
Go ahead.
That's Gomez, and I don't know the other defender's name. I forgot his name.
But look at the way. I don't care the goals he's scoring. Right? It's not the goals that I'm worried. It's how he's putting them in frame. So simple, like facile, chilling.
Oh man.
You know what I mean? Look how quick he moves. This is a guy who hasn't played all summer.
What's the mark in there like that?
You know, guys, right? You got to look at it from a point of view of him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think people look at what he's done.
Mm-hmm.
He's at the richest club in the world. If you guys, they are the richest. There's no one richer than Saudi Arabia and anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But they went to his house to offer him more money, everything.
Yeah.
And he still refused to come to Liverpool.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean, this is how much this guy wants of winning things, and these are the type of players you need at your football club that have that winning mentality. That's why I'm not worried now. Like he's here now. The Premier League to me is ours. If we don't win the Premier League this season, then there's something wrong with us. I swear to God. But I love the attitude. I love the attitude of a player that wants to win. Because majority of the time in modern day football, it's all about the money in your pocket. You know what I mean? Mbappe realized it too late. Now he's going to Real Madrid, scoring all those goals, or he's going to get Ballon d'Ors. It's fake. I don't see that. I mean, you chose the other side, and you couldn't do nothing on the other side. As soon as you left the other side, they won the Champions League without you. So it shows you was a problem. So relax, man. With that.
That's painful, man.
Yeah, man. But I love the way he's behaved.
You're on mute, Carl. No, if you watch his interview where they ask him,
I love it.
You here for 5 years? What are you? What are your plans? He said, I want to win everything.
Everything, bro. Everything.
Right.
Training, man.
Rival fans, this is how crazy it is. When rival fans are telling you should what you need to win.
Yeah, brother. I'll tell you a little joke. When he first got announced, and I'm watching it on the TV, and my fiance always makes fun of him. He's like, "Why are you watching this on TV? You could just watch it on your phone." I want to watch. I want to watch something else. I was like, "Nah, man, have some respect." And then we watched him talking, asking him a question, and then mom's like, "Why is he so quiet?" And then he says, they ask him that question. He said, "I want to win everything." And then my girlfriend says, I believe this dude. I believe this dude. I believe this dude. I don't know why, but I believe him. I believe him. I don't know why, but he's like, yo, he's mad quiet. Because I showed her other videos.
Carl, don't you love that? Like a player that wants to win everything. Like
look, man, to me, I'm always like, be authentic to who you are.
Exactly.
You're not my friend. I don't hang out with you all the time. I don't need to have a personal stake into who you are as a person, right? I just think you just need to be a good person and be authentic who you are, and then that's fine with me. I don't player worship. I don't people worship. I don't worship footballers. Maybe when I was younger, yeah, because that's what it is. But not as an adult. I see them as human, and they make their decision and
come and go.
That's it. Don't do horrible shit to other human being, and I'll be fine with you. I'll be fine with you. I'm cool.
You guys want to listen to this one? There we go. About number 9.
Give us a little taste. Give us a little taste. Let the rival knows what they expect.
Man, we are thirsty. We are thirsty out here.
Okay.
How's that feel? It's amazing.
Yes, sir.
Looks amazing, feels amazing.
Yeah.
Love it.
He's giving you the AI answer. He's giving you the AI answer.
No, I mean, I think Liverpool right now, like my argument was, I think even Edwards was tired of, I had Suarez and I was bringing him to Torres and Torres left. It's always that can you imagine if we have this person play with that person? Even
Yes.
Coutinho, if Coutinho have stayed and he played with. Now they were like, no, we're gonna get Salah and get these guys to play with each other at least once a year, 1 year before we disbanded. You know what I mean? And it's right now the people, you know who's winning? Adidas.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
Yo,
yeah.
when we bring Olise next summer, my guy, man, it's curtains. It is curtains.
Fan base are gonna be hated. You see, look at the guy's face. The way he's
Yeah.
I
look,
feel amazing. It's been a long journey, to get here. But I'm super happy to be a part of this team, this club, and everything it stands for. It's something I'm proud of, and I'm really looking forward to.
Don't know where you got the English accent from.
Yeah, that's the video that I show my girlfriend when he was at Newcastle. I was like, yo, you see this man? Like, yo, you would not think this man is from Sweden or Somalia. Like, he's like, yo, you think he's from one of them London's suburb or whatever.
He's not Somalian, by the way. He's not Somalian, by the way.
Eritrea.
No,
Eritrea.
Get it right, Carl.
Eritrea.
Yeah,
My bad.
I was actually
My
shocked the
apologies.
first time I heard you speak.
Well, I wish, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Can't get everything.
Eritrea, yeah, my bad.
No,
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
was like, yo,
that's
like,
a-
yo.
you know, you guys, this is the funniest part. There's a guy on the IG who's telling the rest of East Africans, like Carl is trying to promote him to Somalia.
Yeah.
That he's like, hey, he said
I'm
the
helping
rest
my
of
brethren in Canada. I had a brother who told me he was Somalian when he first came in, and we had this conversation. I was like, "Nah, homie, he's Eritrean." And then here I am making that mistake.
Yeah. No, to be honest, as a Somali person myself, I thought he was Somali when I first saw him. But then again,
this guy was like,
there's a long history anyway.
Yeah.
You never know.
the guy was like, he's from Eritrea, of course. He's like, hey, people, knows he's not from Somalia, he's not from Sudan, he's definitely not from Ethiopia. This is our guy. He said, do not try to put him with that. This is our guy.
Eritrea in the building.
Look at the goals there, man. Look at the goals there, man.
The respect right there. Look how happy, you know.
Yo, Salah is happy, bro. I've never seen Salah. Salah got dimples now.
Now he knows I'm gonna win more stuff.
Carrying the team. I've been carrying the team, dude.
I've been
Thanks for
carrying
coming
that
to share the bed.
I'm back. My neck and my back. No, it's see, this is the thing.
Salah has dimples, man.
You know what, guys? You gotta be honest. Like, I gotta be honest with you. Like, you know, a lot of the rival fans have said like Liverpool deserve this. You know what I mean? They've been patient for years. You know what I mean? They never complained. Oh, I've complained a lot, but they say like, you know, considering what we've been watching, like with Man City, Chelsea, Man United down the years, and all that stuff, Arsenal, they said they deserve players like this because they're the only team in the Premier League era that hasn't had this time with, you know, all these players being there at once. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We scattered stuff in the past, but we was wishing Torres and Suarez played in the same team, but it never happened. You know what I mean? But now we're getting all these quality players in one window, you know, along with Premier League champions already at the club. That's frightening, man.
You wait till next year comes. You people, every time when people are not, you wait till next year comes.
You know what? I think that now the season has just started. We're overly excited about the future. Yeah. I think that in the next two weeks, whatever, or we need to start focusing more on the league and doing what we need to do to handle business and stop thinking about the future, because the future will happen.
I'm enjoying myself.
The future will happen. The future will become present. So I think now we need to focus on the league, Champions League, qualifying and handling business.
There's a lot of,
I get it.
I don't know if you guys heard it. There's a lot of stuff going around Liverpool. Apparently, the players got together and said, "Let's do this for Jota as well." So there's a lot of.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why I told you guys before the match against Arsenal. I said I'm not worried for Liverpool because it's worrying. Not even winning or they're getting away with it. No, we're not getting away with it. Liverpool's playing well. It's not playing. Sorry, it's not playing. It's not that they're not playing well. You could see it. Any football brain could see that they are not gelling. That's the difference from they are not playing well. And that's the part where the regular fan doesn't get. It's just that Liverpool is not gelling.
We are not terrible.
We are not terrible.
And they are just making it look like we are terrible. But we are
exactly.
Not terrible, honestly.
Look at people were talking about Konate, right? People were talking about Konate. Did you see how he played against for France?
Yeah. Oof.
You see what I mean?
Two monster performance.
That's what I'm saying.
Watch the game. I did watch the game. I made some money though. I made some money. I made some decent money. I did say they were going to win 2-1. I don't know which game was it. I made some money. I made $500.
And the interesting bit is that the coach doesn't even fancy him, but he's always anytime he gives him the chance.
And he's a captain.
Yeah. You talk about Saliba.
Saliba is the one he doesn't fancy.
I mean, previously he didn't fancy Konate, even when Upamecano was even.
That was when Upamecano was at his top. Yeah, he didn't really trust him.
Upamecano was even terrible, but he was still playing him when Upamecano was even.
That guy's terrible.
Fluffing his lines.
Can you imagine? We almost got him
because he had that other guy, Umtiti. He had Upamecano, Umtiti, so he trusted him. He trusted him. He trusted him a little bit more. But once Umtiti got out of the
Konate is the way he played for France and the way he plays against Arsenal. If he keeps it up, and you already know what Virgil is doing, so we don't need to talk about Virgil. Yeah. Now all we need to do is get the fullbacks to gel. Yeah. And then McAllister to also get. Oh my God! Are you telling me that I shouldn't be looking for the future? Are you crazy?
No. I'm saying is that we don't need to be looking at.
We should focus. We should focus. We should enjoy the here and now.
Focus. We should enjoy each game.
That's what I'm doing.
Just like the manager. Just like the manager said today, he said, "Look, man, right now I'm focused about Burnley.
We are not. We are not looking far ahead. We shouldn't look too far ahead.
I'm not saying
it will come.
At this place, I'm so happy with Philippe. And to top it off, FSG wants to. I didn't even know that Edward was on a 3 or 4 year contract. How do you give Edward a contract? Give him a lifetime.
Hang on,
Edward Hughes.
They gave him a stake in the FSG, didn't they?
I thought he has a stake, but in terms of the position that he's in.
Yeah, 2-year deal.
He's a 2-year deal. But
him and
Hughes and the manager, all three of them
Hughes and Slot all have 2 years left.
How does that work? Are they just going to give themselves raise? He's using Edwards. I know.
And you know that this
and get it done.
And this is the part where I like John Henry for the business he does. When you do a good job, he gives you a blank check.
Oh. God damn.
He did that for remember he did that for Rodgers. That's why Rodgers went and screwed it up with all those useless players he did.
Please, man.
But that's what you pay with your head. That's how asset management companies work. They take over a company, and the best run ones know that they don't know anything about the business that they've just bought. I just bought a pharmaceutical business. I'm not a chemist. I don't know anything. So what do I do? I hire the best chemists, the best pharmaceutical company managers that worked in other places, and I give them, this is your budget. Don't ring me up at 3 o'clock in the morning asking whether you should be buying more money. No, don't be ringing me up in the middle of the morning asking what you should do in the pharmaceutical company.
Right.
I'm not that. I've hired you and I've given you carte blanche. You will be hired. You will be given your budget. You spend it as you see fit, and you'll be judged at the end of the year.
Yep.
Like that's what you want an owner, not to come in and John Henry ringing up Arne Slot going, hey man, I seen this player out and
like the guy from Nottingham Forest.
You should look at him. No,
because I almost said that. I almost mentioned
they don't want to get involved.
Nottingham Forest. What happened?
He's a mafia boss, man. They don't
want to be ringing up.
Allegedly,
they don't want to be asked questions. So you get your budget, you spend it. You'll be judged at the end of the year.
The other problem is that if you want to work your way to the top, you need to know how to conduct yourself. Else you attract quality. Because if Newcastle, for example, they are not careful, this Isak issue can come back to bite them.
Oh, it's already an issue. Because they don't know it yet. It's already an issue. It's already an issue. They don't know it yet, but it's already an issue. I'll tell you how it is already an issue.
Did you guys Did you guys see that Big Gibbs White interview when he signed a new contract when the owner was next to him? It's like
we saw it. We saw
the knife behind him.
We saw it. Man.
There's like a gun to the guy's head.
Read some interview. Read some interview, man.
Mm-hmm.
Read some interview. Yeah, but
That didn't look
I
right,
think
man. That did not look right. That one. Oh,
it
damn.
need to be more to answer your question a little bit more poignant. Valtemeta, the guy they just signed, if he can be half the player that Isak is, he's gone in 3 years.
I rate him. I rate him.
You understand?
I rate him.
You understand? He doesn't even need to score as much as Isak. If he can be a 15 goals, let's say 12 to 15 goals and 5 assists per season in the next 3 years, he's gone. He's gone somewhere. Either Bayern, either Borussia. He's good somewhere. He's good somewhere in Germany or to another big club.
You know, talking about a club you just mentioned, and Bayern Space is on. Shout out to Bayern Space, man. This guy is on their neck. It seems like Bayern Munich is in the same road as Manchester United. Like, the reason why it hasn't come out as bad as Manchester United is because they have monopolized the
league.
The league. But the way things are going there, they say it is so poor. Like, they are you would think Bayern Munich with the rich, they said their training center. That's what Vert was like. Yeah, I'm not going there. Irishman, you know anything going on that side? Because it is really, really bad to the point. Hence the reason why they only say conversation is coming up, saying that they're going to lose quite big time players in the next couple summers. I mean, couple transfer windows.
No, isn't it that they have
it comes back to
it's not even Go ahead.
No, it comes back to what we were talking about earlier on. The Bundesliga isn't what it is, what it was. They still get big money from their sponsorships and all that, but I mean, people outside of a couple of clubs, the concentration of wealth in Europe is 4-1 in the Premier League. It's 4-1. It's not 2-1. It's 4-1. You know, even just take the fact that Serie A somehow was the second highest spending league in Europe this summer. Serie A spent about 1.1 billion. Premier League spent over 4 billion. You know, there's an acceptance now in Germany like that, and that's why Bayern wants to be in the Super League, because nobody's really watching the Bundesliga. And if you need any more evidence of the fact that even though nobody really watched the Bundesliga anyway, but less people are watching it now, is the fact that the Bundesliga have partnered up with Mark Goldbridge on YouTube to try and promote the Bundesliga.
Who? Mark Goldbridge?
The United States.
The
Bundesliga, the actual, real, genuine Bundesliga, have partnered up with Mark Goldbridge to give him rights to show their games live, because that's how desperate they are. They're going to YouTube to try and get people. Like,
so the ESPN thing didn't work.
No,
they're gone to literally the actual United Stand, a YouTube channel. Is partnered up with the Bundesliga.
But you know what's the issue? To me, it's not even a Bayern issue. The biggest issue is the fact that RB Leipzig has not been able to challenge them. Borussia Dortmund, even with their fan base, have not been able to challenge them. They've always full.
No, that's the thing you're saying. No, it isn't a Bayern issue through underperformance or anything. It's a Bayern issue because Bayern are literally it is a farmers league. Unless Leverkusen,
I agree with you. I agree with you. I agree with you. But
Bayern are the problem. Yeah, if there's no, I mean, but it's
if there's no Bayern, Brian, and
there's no German, there's no Bundesliga.
If there's no Bayern and teams were,
that's the thing. There is no. So there's no interest. That's where the interest. That's what I'm saying. That's why there's very little interest in it.
Yes, and
competitive side, yeah.
They're the problem and they're the solution almost. You know.
No, but the thing is that I think that the solution cannot be found in Bayern. I think the solution needs to be found in the other clubs. The other clubs.
That's exactly what I'm saying too. If they were all as powerful as Bayern, you've got a great league then.
Yes,
at least 2 of them as powerful as Bayern.
But
Bayern is so far ahead of everybody else.
Earlier you talked about the 51-49.
50 plus 1.
50 plus 1. Don't you think that is what is killing the Bundesliga?
No, what's killing the Bundesliga, lads. I mean, seriously, it's the fucking Premier League. The Premier League is the behemoth here. The Premier League is sucking. There's so much money in the Premier
all the
League.
leagues. Yeah,
man. Because it's not the same
Bournemouth.
team that wins it every time anymore, is it? It's not like that.
Bournemouth and Crystal Palace can go out and spend more than most of the clubs in Italy, most of the clubs in Spain.
They can't compete.
Ipswich
Can't compete.
can spend 25 million on a player.
Yeah.
That's what's killing these. That's what's happening out there. It's the concentration of wealth in England is the issue.
Maybe
That's
that
right.
Irishman, then maybe Carl's point needs to be in Bundesliga. Bring some sugar daddies and let them go ragged and then fix it later.
I don't. You know what?
No, they have the best fan culture in the world. They don't want that. You go to Germany, ask them, they don't want that. They don't. They would reject that outright in every way.
No,
Germans
have a very.
You know what I think?
Faz
They got to make it more competitive. I think they got.
That is the thing. They need to break down the monopoly
Yeah,
of.
but how do you become competitive without money?
Get rid of the Bayern dominance. You know what I mean, get rid of that.
But
shit.
How?
Because what Bayern
revenue sharing.
Yeah. And not only that,
Then you guys can tell me about a community-based type of stuff, because that means investment. That means if I'm going to invest, I need to have my money back.
But if the league gets together and discusses this, it'll be better. You know what I mean? So
then that's collusion. That's collusion against Bayern.
But the thing is,
no, Carl. You see how the Premier League sometimes the Premier League will meet and vote on certain.
Hold on. Let Fozzie explain himself.
Carl, what I'm saying to you is this is killing Bayern as we're speaking, right? We're talking about Bayern is getting ruined as well. What's happening, obviously, in the Bundesliga. But if the Bundesliga, has a common ground with every club, like to compete some sort of way, and instead of like Bayern Munich always buying the best players from the rivalry and all that stuff, then the league will become more competitive. They've got everything. They've got the sponsorships. They've got the stadiums. They've got everything that can, turn it into one of the best leagues in the world, but they're refusing it for some reason to be Bayern Munich to be the most dominant team. I don't know why they're doing that. They need to.
Yes, I agree with you. But to buy, if I'm a Bayern fan, that sounds like collusion against my team. Why can't I buy the best player from any German team that I want? Any Bundesliga team that I want?
Then
the same the Newcastle fan will say, okay, we have the richest owners. Why shouldn't we be allowed to spend however we want?
No. Their issue is that they have a PSR.
No, I know
they're not compliant on that. They're not compliant on that.
I know there are different issues, but if you are bringing the fan sentiment in it, because we are looking at overall well-being of the league.
That's what I'm giving.
I think my point is that if Bayern has the money and is in quote unquote, let's say they have the same PSR rules and guideline that they have here in England. Yeah. As long as they are PSR compliant, they should be able to buy any best player they could find in the Bundesliga, as long as they compliant. I think that's what I'm trying to say to you, D.
UEFA they have their own
PSR. Yes.
So the German league can also come up with their own domestic one, slightly different from the PSR to regulate
the well-being of the league. That's what I'm talking about. Well-being of the league. If you want your league to be competitive and be recognized, you got to find a way to make it that.
It's money. You got to increase the amount of money. You got to increase the amount of money for
some years back. I mean, even though the EPL had reach, people still value the La Liga over the EPL, but now they can't.
They can't
because the EPL has been competitive.
So then the question is,
it's killed every league. That's what happens.
Two leagues that are coming up, and how are they doing it? One of them have the same problem as Bundesliga. Serie A has been sneaking up slowly and coming up very strongly.
Yeah,
Ligue 1 is doing very, very well, and especially with the Champions League going there this past last year. So how is Ligue 1 doing much
money?
Of course, they are not making more money than Bundesliga, but their trajectory is going up. And remember, Ligue 1 has a lot of corruption, and they have a lot of corruption in that.
Come on, Marseille. We just need to talk about Marseille only.
In Bundesliga, they want Bayern Munich to dominate so much. I don't know if you guys heard what happened when Florian Wirtz went to Liverpool. A Dortmund director came out and said, "Why isn't he going to Bayern Munich? Why does he have to go to Liverpool? Why is the Dortmund guy, saying that when you're competing with this team?" That's how much Bayern Munich have locked that league. That's what I'm trying to tell you, Carl. You know what I mean? If
No, I agree with you. I don't agree with the sentiment. The sentiment I disagree with you is that we cannot create rules and guidelines to stop Bayern from getting stronger and stronger and stronger.
I'm always saying
if they are able to do it.
I'm saying the well-being of the league. If you want your league to be competitive,
well, if you want the well-being of the league, you got to find ways. You as an association find ways to increase money for them.
But the thing is, bro,
do you know what killed? Do you know one of the reasons why La Liga got killed? Because when the revenue comes, Madrid and Barcelona
take 90%.
Big yes.
That's what I'm saying. It shouldn't be that way.
And it's happening there in Germany.
And now you see the La Liga, they stopped. I think it was 5 years ago. They decided to split the TV money accordingly.
But too late now, isn't it?
They were agitating, but now it's too late. Yeah, that's the thing.
No, and Barcelona can't even finish their stadium.
That's bad. That is bad. They're still playing at other stadiums.
They're playing another stadium.
Olympics.
When the
it was supposed to be 2 years ago.
struggling.
Yeah, 2 years ago or 18 months ago, the stadium was supposed to be ready to go.
I guess Spotify didn't play all the bill. I guess Spotify didn't play all the bills.
They've done all the shady deals. They still can't come out. They've done all the.
They don't even own the club anymore. At this point, Barcelona don't even own the club. They sold all their rights.
Barcelona was so rich they didn't even need a sponsor in the middle. Remember, they only had their badge. That's how rich they were. Now
they were doing UNICEF a favor.
Goodness me, man. That club.
I mean, this is the thing. As much as we can talk about EPL,
I agree with you, all of you guys, but I think that the biggest way for all those leagues to get better and that is to find ways to increase revenue for all the members of that association.
Well, and until
they do that, it's always going to be like that because I don't think we can create rules to stop a single club from dominating
and you could do it by doing it legally, by allowing clubs to be owned by a single entity rather than doing this 51-49 thing. Right, Irishman? Because if you do 51 by 49, Bayern has the richest owners. They are owned basically by Mercedes-Benz.
Yeah.
How you compete against that? And sponsored by Adidas, two of the biggest German. Come on.
And Audi. I'm guessing Audi too.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the. There you go.
You see what I mean? All the biggest entities, all the biggest businesses that comes there always go to
Germany, like in the 80s and 70s. They used to have a competitive league with Hamburg and all these guys.
Yeah.
They used to have a good league.
Yeah, for sure. Hanover.
Yeah, they used to have a good league.
And you see, at the time, it was good.
FC Shock. I think
football made in Germany. I
think one of the big club that also suffer from this is FC Shock.
Yep,
big club, big German. Yeah,
I think they are
Bundesliga too. Yeah, B. Yeah,
Schalke.
You know what I mean? And this is the thing that we, as corrupted as the EPL is, you have to give them a smart. They got closer to the Americans and saw how the Americans were running theirs and say, you know what? Let's copy it. And guess what? Finally, something that I have been promoting for years, they're talking they're going to do it. They're going to have their own platform and show the games.
Right.
Yeah. So that they don't
EPL games.
Yeah. Okay.
So you know how you have Netflix?
Yeah.
They were going to have their own.
I'm moving there, mate.
You know what I'm saying? You know how much money they would
trumpeting this for some years. Yeah.
I'm spending too much money here, man. I need to come
I thought you meant that they were gonna have like the NFL network. They're gonna have a EPL network type of situation like that instead of having
the world is going digital, so I think they want to go. Data.
They're late. I'm sorry. EPL, as big as the EPL is, they are late. They should have done that 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Because if you have done that, you control when the games are played. The clubs don't have to complain about why am I playing at 4:30? I'm playing at this time.
It's amazing, isn't it? Like if you think about it, last season it was I told you this before, Quasi. Last season, do you guys know? I'm gonna ask you guys a question here, and then you could tell me if you remember it. Yeah. Do you remember the 12:30 kickers was always Liverpool's games, innit? When was the last time we played the 12:30 kickoff? I'm asking every one of you. What month did we play it in?
At the beginning.
No, just in general. What was the last one?
March?
No. Not even. It wasn't even this year.
This year, it wasn't this year.
That's what I say at the beginning. It was at the beginning of the season, 2020, 24.
Tell you when it was, and the late great Jota scored. I'll give you that one.
Oh, Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace.
That was in October. Can you imagine that? Like
Since
Liverpool, every single season maybe 8, 9 games.
We're playing crazy.
Every single time 12, 30 kickoffs. The only time Liverpool haven't done 12, 30 kickoffs on a consistent basis, they demolished the league.
You know, that tells me that the league is doing well. Because the reason why he's on call. The reason why they were playing Liverpool at those times was because Liverpool has a draw. People will show up at that time.
Yeah.
You put any other clubs those times, they will lose money. So
that
means now the league is doing well to the point where even
what I'm trying to say to you, Kwasi, is and panel, like imagine they did that in the Klopp era. How many league titles would we be in? Yeah, because that 12-30 kickoffs did disrupt our league momentum.
Yeah.
Every time we come back from international football, we're playing 12-30s. You know what I mean? So now, like October, the last
we're
one.
drawing games.
Drawing games continuously. And now, like, you look at it and think to yourself,
they were messing up. They were messing with Klopp. You know what I mean? They needed that drama.
We had the viewers. We were making the numbers, so they wanted to put us on the prime time because
exactly
for Liverpool matches were high. They were making the money.
I didn't make money.
Say, okay, you take something extra. I didn't say take a little extra. Take a little extra for playing more. But we needed a trophy. Like
they did the same thing with the City game. I think it was about 30 kickoff, and they turned it around to 12:30. It was when Trent scored that goal. Remember? And we drew that game as well. Like he said, another draw. There you go. Imagine that was a win if we played it later time. We probably could have won the league that season when McAllister got chested.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like it happens all the time with Liverpool, every single time. But the only season that it reduced the 12-30 kickoffs, Liverpool
win the league.
Weird.
By a mile.
By a mile. No, I mean, yeah, this league. I think at this point, this league is at the point where all the clubs are making money.
Oh yeah,
that's why they're not complaining. All the clubs are making money, even the so-called small clubs. They're making so much money. Like, it's ridiculous.
Sunderland spent 300 mil.
You know what I mean? They're making so, and I like what Sunderland is doing because it's a good investment because they will stay. Right? That is, we want to stay. And the fact that Newcastle is still here, Sunderland versus Newcastle is a big match.
Oh, that's going to sell out, man.
You see what I mean? So, it's good that you have some of these clubs who actually try to do something. Then you have some clubs who
sometimes, Kwasi, I wish that, when I first started watching the Premier League, to see reading. I want to see some reading back into the Premier League. Sometimes I miss reading Liverpool versus Reading. I miss reading that.
Oh, those you want Reading back?
Reading, yeah. You want Reading back?
Reading back. I mean, who are the club that I want?
We used to face teams like Oldham and play. I remember that Oldham.
Stoke City. I'm starting to miss Stoke City. I need them.
Those guys were worrying out with their long throws.
Bolton has been gone for a long time, man.
Yeah, Bolton. Yeah, for sure. Bolton. Yeah, I miss those.
Bolton, and then what's the other? Blackburn.
Don't bring back Stoke.
Yeah. Well,
don't bring back Stoke. Man. I don't want to see Stoke.
You don't want to see Stoke?
Nah, come on, man. You don't want to see some more
Have you seen Stoke? Whenever we go to Stoke, the ball just flies about everywhere, man. You're always windy there now. No, man.
Come on. That's the nostalgia, my guy.
Steven Gerrard's last game. Remember what happened? We got battered.
6-2.
No more, man. Allow that.
Pompey, yeah. What's the name? Portsmouth. Portsmouth was a powerhouse.
They won the FA Cup.
They won the FA Cup.
Yeah.
And they got relegated.
Same thing with Wigan.
Yes, Wigan. Come on, man. You guys are talking about. Come on.
There's been some old traditional.
You know what? West Brom bit. West
Brom. I was thinking about them.
Yeah. You know what?
I love the traditional teams. I think they did not really move with the times. So I think
that's
the newer teams got abreast with the times that we are in. Their management, they were managing the teams better.
Yeah.
It's good to see Leeds and Nottingham Forest back though.
That's what I'm saying. Forest have done very well.
Went for a very long time.
Yes. To me, I need Leeds to stay.
Leeds needs to stay.
They hate Man United as much
like
as
them.
us, so that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leeds
They
needs to
need
do
to
better
stay.
and stay. They need to stay.
Yeah, they need to do
Sunderland
better,
needs
yeah.
to stay.
And
Burnley can go away, man. That's
Burnley.
Burnley can go back
Cold,
down.
man.
Burnley
Too
can go
cold,
back down. Burnley can go back
Too
down.
windy, man. Too windy and cold over there now.
Man, this the relegation. I think a lot of people are making issue with the top 5 or top 6. The bottom 6 is going to be a very interesting
It's gonna be a
match.
fight. It's gonna be a fight.
You know what I hope, Quaz, you made a good point there. I hope that the bottom 3 is more competitive than last season, so it could drag Man United this time. You know?
Ooh, Carl.
Imagine
That must
that.
have hurt.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carl is hurt. Carl is hurt by that
I
statement.
heard.
Sorry, Carl. Sorry,
Carl is
Carl.
hurt by that statement.
Oh, man.
Sorry,
He feels
Yo,
sorry for them.
He's an Amorim sympathizer. so-
Menem. If Man United get relegated, I'm buying you guys each tickets to come to America, not to Canada, and then we go party in Montreal. You know, that's how happy I will. That's how happy and crazy I will be. I'll
You
buy
feel sorry
each
for
one of you a
Amorim then.
ticket.
Yeah.
Look, I'm sorry for
I think he's getting
Amorim because he's a great coach.
Great.
One
Came
player.
in as a great. No,
One
he
player.
came in as a
Well,
great
not
coach.
great,
He came
but
in.
when he was coming,
I'm
he
not
had
saying
a
he's
good
great
profile.
now.
He was on a good
Yeah, that's what
trajectory,
I'm saying.
and then
You know,
He was just a
he was
great
the
white
guy you
hope
could offer the
or great
Madrid.
white hype or
but
whatever you
Fosu-
want to call it.
but
You know,
first, have you
the
realized that
Madrid
anything
vision.
that goes there dies? Anything that goes to
It's
United
dead.
dies.
It's
There
a
you
dead
go.
club. They can't save
There
it.
you go.
It's something you can't save.
Yes.
It's dead. I mean, no matter what you do, come on. If Van Gaal and Mourinho and coaches like that can't save that club, what other manager can?
20
Nobody.
years of rest.
Come on, man. Ferguson made sure of it. They're always going to sing his name, no matter what. He made sure his name was still
That's
there.
why I brought Moyes. That's why I brought Moyes. It's like,
Selfish,
dude,
man. Selfish
there's
guy.
Mourinho, Dems, and whatever. Dude, go and bring Moyes. Go and bring Moyes. When there's
Mhm.
Mourinho and all those people, go and bring Moyes.
Go on,
Yeah.
bring Moyes. Come on, man.
The club. I mean, Spurs also be careful with Spurs, man. If they get a new ownership, they're gonna spend money.
They will have a bit of spending power, yeah.
Yeah, they because they are PSR clean.
And he's an intelligent coach. Frank is an intelligent coach.
I like him.
I
I
love Frank.
like him. I like him. The way he
Now,
plays.
why we don't want is Glasner to go to Man United?
That's why he wants to take Gahey with him and made him stay in it.
Yeah,
Selfish.
bastard.
You know, 1 year contract and he's calling the
I
shot.
hope his career
Come on.
dies in United too if he decides to go there.
Like, but
No,
listen,
with him, you see, I don't really blame Glasner that much. The person needs to blame is Parrish. He is the useless chairman.
weak, mate.
Useless.
But I don't understand. If you are selling, give them money to also spend. I don't even understand.
He waited to the last minute. That's what Glasner's problem
Nobody
was.
understood. Even Glasner, he did say it. He said, "Why are we waiting last minute?"
That's what Glasner was frustrated about. You waiting till last minute. This guy was taking trips to go.
You knew
do
you
his
wanted the money all this
Zumba
while. You
class.
wanted the money all this
But the thing is, guys, is a manager selfish for stopping another player's dream as well? You know what I mean? The player's playing the Conference League. You know what I mean? He's not playing the Europa League.
No,
He's
he's
not
not the
selfish.
jungle.
He's not
I don't know. There's
selfish.
the
He's not
jungle.
selfish.
I don't know. There's the jungle. Everyone is looking out for his himself.
Oh,
Newcastle is looking out for
Glasner,
himself.
yeah, it's annoying
Isak
for
is looking
Liverpool.
out for himself.
Yeah.
Everybody is a jungle now because now
Yeah.
No, I
the Isak
understand. I
saga is
understand him.
proof that
But the
now
thing
there is
is-
no more
but the thing
loyalty.
is- But the thing is, bro, what we're saying is like we're having a guy Isak the way he behaved.
Mm.
Look at that. Look at the way Gahey behaved. You know what I mean, he followed the rules. He's a nice guy,
Yeah.
captain the team, did everything they asked him of, and he still didn't get the move.
The problem is that Gay is from that
yeah.
area and he's a captain.
Mm.
And
He was a
then
guy
also
from that area.
thirdly, they kind of section his move. They tell
did
him,
say it.
they probably
They
told him,
even said it,
you
yeah.
move.
Yes,
We'll
yeah,
let
they
you
told him
move.
I want you let
We'll
you
let
go.
you
Yeah,
move.
honestly.
Maybe not now. They'll probably tell him, oh, you move at the end of the window. We'll get something done.
Hmm.
He was probably reassured in that stand, right?
That's bad, man.
Because on
We're
the
gonna play
question
his dreams, man.
specifically, if Glasner should have a couple of bad games, the coach can sack the owner can sack him. So
Why are you
he also
sacking
has
him? You kept him. That's what I'm saying. He's very useless.
You can't
should have
sack him.
taken care of your manager before the end of the season.
He's got 1 year left in his contract, guys. 1 year left.
1 year, and he's not going to resign.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
And then
to
you're
sack
going to play his dream move at the same
If you
time.
knew that you wanted the money all this while, why not? Why dilly dally?
Mhm.
Why dilly dally? I think because he's a young chap from the area and he's a captain. They probably talk by stalling. They will get him to renew.
Yeah.
Me,
But
I don't
the
think
guy-
those are wrong, but those what you're saying is not correct. I think that Parish was using Eze at a time, and even and Gay to see will they be going into the Europa League or the Conference League, and then once they know they're going to a Conference League, Eze got sold pretty quick. And then now it become we're going to the Conference League. Well, we need to qualify for that. So
he wanted him to play those 2 games at all costs.
So now he was trying to reassure him of we're going to the Conference League and all of that BS, and that's what happened to him. And then dude was at a Zumba class in Soho, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Is it Soho, New York, or is it Soho, London?
No, Soho. Which guy, he has a face that you should punch. Like that nose of his.
When I found out, my head was lost, man. Because in my head, I'm thinking, obviously North American.
Are you telling me he doesn't have a phone?
Homie was in Soho, New York.
Today, all days.
All that he could have not postponed.
What the fuck are you doing in New York? What the fuck are you doing in New York? Shouldn't you be working?
Deadline day of all days.
Now you know what that tells you why they are not progressing, because their owners don't take their football seriously.
No,
that's what I was thinking. I was like, what the fuck are you doing in New York, bro?
Deadline day. Even if you don't want to sell your players, you should be looking out for other deals to bring in. Even if you don't want to sell your players.
There you go.
And by the way, before we get out of here, this is what the rival fans is gonna try to get Liverpool fans riled up, even though Liverpool fans should not be riled up.
No, thank you.
This whole Gehi going to Madrid, going to Barcelona, people. We are Liverpool.
He doesn't even know Real Madrid. What you guys talking?
This is what I'm saying.
Bloody hell.
You know what I mean? If you guys, this is gonna be what you're gonna be focusing on while we have a league to win, then I feel sorry for you. But at this point, man,
you said the same thing about Enzo. You said the same thing about Bellingham. You said the same thing about
Real Madrid's
Mbappe. Here we are.
You know what I mean? So
and Isak, don't forget, Isak's not going anywhere. He's staying at Newcastle. They're gonna keep him there. And what happens?
Yeah.
It's funny that, man.
He said Osimhen
Real
ran
Madrid
away.
always around the corner with Liverpool players. Every time Liverpool go for a play, Real Madrid, they bring up Real Madrid. I'm thinking like, relax, man.
This is a small club mentality, man. Liverpool, that's why I tell Liverpool fans, don't look down, look up.
Yeah, man. Somebody's got to compete with them, innit, man?
You know, if we take care of what we need to take care of, it won't matter, because the other players will be like, well, Isak could have said, I want to go to Real Madrid, right? But it's like, why do I want to go over there when I can make, like Klopp said, build history here? When you're done with here, okay, go over there.
Do you know what? Do you know why Real Madrid always go for Liverpool players? Because they know where the threat is coming from.
Exactly.
That's what it is. It's a simple fact.
Exactly.
They don't want a team that's getting built to beat their team out. So they will do everything to stop that club getting bigger.
But check this out. Fuzzy.
Saliba's available. Go to Saliba. I mean,
I just found out that Trent is making less than what Liverpool offered him.
Look at that. He fell for the trap, man. He fell for the trap. Now they don't even want him there. They want him out. So
you're on mute, Carl. So that tells me the Madrid Leo, yes, the brand is still big. It's going to be big for a long time. They will have to pull a Manchester United before they fall off. But still, at this point, the players knows where the lights are. And it's Liverpool. Madrid don't have money like they used to. That's why they're going for free transfers and paying bonuses. They're not paying the wages.
Yeah, I think the royal family pays for them, don't they? That's what they say.
Yeah, the Bank of Spain pays them, right?
Yeah.
But even with that, they're on budget too. They need to pay off that stadium.
Wow.
And two, Real Madrid is not giving you big wages like they used to back in the day.
Nope.
What they're doing is they will promise you a big bonus, sign-on bonus fee at the end of your contract.
Yeah. That's what
if you fulfill everything they ask you to fulfill. So basically now people are going there just for the brand. They are not going there for,
it's quasi, you know, like if you was the biggest club in the world and all this stuff, why do you ask your players to go and settle other players? You know what I mean? That's what they're doing with Mbappe now. They're telling Mbappe, go and speak to Konate, tell him to lower him over here. I mean, this is the club there.
The fact that Konate said is even funny.
He said it. Yeah. He said Mbappe is speaking to him about Madrid. It's crazy, man. Big
and
club.
the whole people leave Konate alone. Even him, he doesn't know where he's going. At the end of the day, let's win. After we win, we can talk about it.
Yo, I don't know if you guys saw some of you were showing it earlier. DX, homie's just chilling with the staff at the AXA. He's making jokes with AKT.
He always does.
He's joking. Like I think sometimes as fans we're like, oh, we need result. We need to know that where you're gonna be.
We don't need to know that.
No, the thing is, you've been burnt before, innit? That's why they.
Let the contract happen. If
we having PTSD from
Trent, he goes. Yeah, but Trent lied to us, man. That's the problem. He lied.
So the fans are having that PTSD. They want to take it out on Konate. That's the thing.
He lied. Yeah, I know, but he lied to us. Trent told us this is it. Trent told us this is it.
And guess what they did? They built a team. They built a team for him. This team was built for Trent. He was supposed to be the
next captain. The next captain, bro.
He said, I want to be captain. I want to be this. I want to do this for
What I like is how quick we replaced him. That's
yes.
How quick we
replaced him.
That's what I tell.
Best reaction.
That's what I tell Liverpool fans. Liverpool is on a different level now.
Yeah.
You also, but you. This is the thing, me. Yeah.
Call up Mendem.
You see what I'm saying? If it was back in the day, we would be struggling.
Yeah.
But the fact that you remember Liverpool as a brand itself, how we fix our problem. Remember, we were down for 2 years.
Oh yeah, transition, isn't it?
That 2-year transition affected us big time. And then boom, you win the league. All of a sudden, you spending 100 million like peanuts.
Yeah.
And people are looking like, hey, how did that happen? Now they want us to be investigated. And I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure there are some investigation going on that we are not privy about.
So what, man? So what we investigated, man? Big man thing.
We'll
do the same thing that City did, you know? Lawyers and shit. So what? I think that's you know, that's the attitude we have to have.
Was it last year that some people showed interest in inquired about buying Liverpool?
Yeah,
the fans were going crazy.
2 years ago, last year
yeah. But you know the funny thing is, Liverpool right now not Liverpool. FSG is very, very close to the Saudi family.
Yes, so apparently we're getting investment from there.
If things were to go south really quickly, I promise you, we are good. That's why I keep telling people Liverpool is good, and the fact that our books are so clean. Everybody wants to invest with Liverpool. Associated with us, right? So the thing is, that's why I say don't look at what the rival fans are talking about. Don't look. The reason why Arsenal is not in our where we are right now is because the Kroenkes are tied with too many sports investments in America.
Crazy.
Kroenke has 2 teams in Colorado. He has LA. No, actually, he has 3. He has the MLS, the hockey, and basketball. He has the football in LA.
Wow.
Kroenke is on a whole. He's rich. That guy is on a whole different level. If you study him, and he's married to the Walmart family.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So
the guys, the fans have agitated.
Arsenal's got to ask Walmart for some money,
take this
bro.
one and spend.
And this Arsenal fans, I'm gonna tell you something. Arsenal fans, a friend of mine works at the restaurant. The chef, he called me one time. Said, "Hey, come here." I show up. The owner, the financier of the restaurant, and Stan Kroenke.
Woo!
I went there, I sat right there, and I called my boy Isaac. I'm like, you need to come to this. Your boy is right here. If you need
chilling with a big boy.
I'm like, if you need some players, come talk to him right now. Right? Stan Kroenke has a winery here that you can't just show up. You can't call for reservation. They tell you when you show up.
Does that look like a team under pressure, guys? Does that look like a team under pressure? Look at them,
brother.
Wearing a France shirt in the
that guy show up.
Come on.
These guys are enjoying themselves, and that's what Isak wanted to be part of.
No, listen, it's Liverpool Football Club as a whole, guys. I mean, the way we behave as a fan base as well helps a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? Like winning trophies and the way we celebrate winning trophies, the way we sing players' songs, get them individual.
We are on a whole different level.
Yeah, people love that shit, man.
When
players see that, they love it, guys.
And I've been saying this.
Let me finish that. Let me finish that, and I'll let you go. To tell the truth, this man. Sometimes, man, I just want to hang out at the AXA more than I want to go to the.
Go to Anfield.
You know what? Hey, I'll pay.
That's a vibe.
Take my ticket. I'll just go to AXA. You know,
no, there's a vibe at AXA.
Game on TV. I watch
culture
the game
there
on
is
TV.
superb. Like,
the culture at AXA is superb. That's why when you look at them, they are all chill. Sometimes nonchalant. They're like, brother, we got a game coming up. Why are you chilling like that? Look at
I knew we were winning. I knew you were winning on Thursday when we were playing Arsenal or even Newcastle. How them men were chilling and smiling like it's nothing. And then I'm watching Newcastle like, yo, this is war.
War. We're gonna kill him. And then the game started. All their soldiers started falling off.
You know what made me laugh? It was Alan Shearer dressed like he's in army clothing or something, and his biceps and all that stuff in the stands. I'm thinking, bro, it's relax, man.
Yeah, I'm saying you're taking this too seriously. It's just the second game.
You know what I mean? Second game, people. No, but see, this is the thing, though. And if you study Google and Facebook and Apple is doing them. SOBs are doing modern slavery and people don't even know it. You show up to work, there's a babysitter for your kid, there's a gym, there's a place for you to take a nap, there's a chef, there's a therapist. Oh, you need a ride to go home and back. They give you a ride to go home back so you come back quickly, and you could be there working 24 hours straight and don't even know it, because everything you need at home is right there at the job. It's called employee. I forgot the word they use it.
Employee care.
Employee care. Make them feel like they are happy and they will work till they pass out. The next thing is they put, oh, here lies the man who did a good job, and then they move on to the next person. That's what these days a lot of big companies are doing to keep employees, because your employee is an asset, right? It's a sports analogy. Make your superstar happy and they stay.
Homie was walking around with the camera.
You see what I mean? Look at it. Why are you holding the camera? Oh, boo-boo. This?
Yeah.
This is not by accident. They know what they're doing.
When we go to the game, we are happy.
We are happy. We reacted as such.
We are acting as such.
You see what I mean? It's all tailor-made. It's purposely.
Always good vibes.
It gives you that good heart and feeling. You go. You are ready to go. You trust me. You see how Fuzzy is sitting there? He's broke right now because this guy went to the store and bought everything in the store. That's how the sarcasm.
It's not true, Fuzzy.
Look at me. Look at me.
Huh? No one is as broke as me. My brother, you understand me. I brought the red and then the away kit.
Yeah.
And then I got myself the green one, right? For myself. None of it is mine. My girlfriend took the red one. And then my sister-in-law, who's about to be my sister-in-law, she's like, again, I don't want to put her business, but her ex-husband was an Arsenal fan. So now she took the jersey and taking picture. So I was like, you know what? You take it. It's yours.
Go and show him that you are in a better camp now.
I've spent $400 something Canadian dollars on jersey, and I haven't worn none of them.
Now you have to go spend another $400 for yourself.
I got to spend another $400 again for myself.
I'm telling you, man.
That green kit, guys, looks beautiful.
I'm telling you, the way I'm going to be irresponsible, I'm just waiting. On this side, it's very hard to get most of the stuff.
We're not paying some bills this month.
No, mortgage. My loan, the bank will have to come take the house. My landlord and the bank needs to come take the house. So whoever it is.
Guys in the chat, you share like, and
hit the likes, people. Come on, I've not been begging for the likes recently, but come on, hit the like, let the like goes up, like the likes. Throw some super chat as well. Paul's mic is always messed up. But people, thank you so much for coming through today, man. Great show. Tomorrow we are back with a call-in show / head along, because I think Chelsea and Spurs will be playing around that time.
Should we get a score prediction before we
3
leave?
points? 3 points.
3 points. You don't care what's the score?
3 points. I need that 3 points.
Yeah,
Give me that 3 points.
Yeah, that 3 points will put a lot of pressure on a lot of teams.
No, because right now Arsenal has a lot of pressure against Forest.
Yes. And that's why I'm mad that Nuno is fired, bro. I'm mad that
I know, me too.
Do you think, like, the obviously there's no pressure with Liverpool. Liverpool, if we win the league, we win the league. I don't think Arne Slot is going to be, he's under pressure to get sacked because he hasn't won the league or anything like that.
No.
If Arsenal don't win the league this season, guys, this Arteta's last
through the roof.
They gave him a new contract. There's going to be a lot of uncomfortable conversation.
I don't think Arsenal club will make that decision, but for the fan, it's done. You got to go. For the fan, yes, but I don't think the club will make that decision.
Yeah, but the
because they have a lot. They invested a lot of money in Arteta.
Yeah, man.
But for the fan, it might be curtains,
isn't it? Something like that.
If he finish second, they'll give him another year. But if he finish third, fourth, they'll be like, get the fuck out of here.
Think about it this way, yeah. He doesn't win the league again for a fourth season, isn't it? This is the fourth time, right? They've been challenged.
Yeah.
Don't you think psychologically those players are going to be damaged, like, to stay at that football club if they don't win the league?
No, they know. Like Saliba, Gabriel, all of them know.
That is when Saliba leaves.
Yeah.
Saka was an academy boy, so maybe he may choose to see. But I think Saliba leaves if they don't win the league again.
I don't want to put pressure on Saka, but there's time people need to start having conversation. If you're gonna compare him to Salah, availability is part of you being a world-class player. I'm sorry. Brethren will be every season, he's gone for X amount of time. You know what I mean? People don't want to have that conversation. They just want to give him the star boy. He's not a boy anymore, people.
You might want to switch camps and
I'm just saying, no one is talking about it, but brother has not been there every season with the full season. He's either gone early or come late.
Yeah, but the thing is that also we also got to be truthful. I don't think Arteta player brands of football that helps Saka.
Too much running back,
brother.
Salah doesn't do that anymore.
Where's Salah? Where's Saka's agent at? He took the money. They signed a new contract, didn't they?
I think they're gonna sign a new contract now, aren't they?
He signed one last year.
Okay.
I said, no excuse. Man
is defending so tight and just giving all the ball to Saka to do whatever he wants.
Okay.
People are always tackling him.
We don't want excuses. We don't want to hear excuses.
I don't know if you guys seen Saka. I don't know if you guys seen Saka. He's limping a lot when he walks now.
Yeah. You're totally right.
Even when he's not injured, when he's walking, you could see.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
This is a tactical issue because I feel like Arteta makes everybody in that team defend. And which is great, but which is also a problem, just like you're saying, is that they have their counterattack is too slow.
He's trying. The man is throwing everything at the prem and see what sticks.
So to me, I feel like I think that's one of the biggest issue they have in the team is that their attack, their offense is too slow. Everything about it is too slow.
I've seen a few. I've seen,
especially when they're not that old. They're not old players. They're barely 27.
Kyle, they're younger than Liverpool's. I swear they're younger than Liverpool's.
The mistake.
They might be younger than Liverpool. They might be younger than Liverpool.
He came and saw a blueprint that has worked for the past maybe 4 years. When Klopp came, he literally took Origi them to an Europa League final. To a Europa League final. He started well. Arteta started well. The team was doing well. He was playing nice attacking football. What he missed was to get the few experienced top guys, blend them, maybe 2 or 3 picks, blend them. Because he lost the league, he decided to now change and go into defensive mode. And now that's been it. That is downfall. Now he doesn't know how to come out of it.
And let me add on to what you just said as well. They rely a lot on set pieces. I don't know if you guys watched the game back the other day against Liverpool. I think Liverpool exposed them. I'll tell you why they exposed them. when they were taking the set pieces, I watched it carefully. I analyzed it. Liverpool players were on their players, hugging them. They didn't even let them go to the back post to come in, the way they usually score the headers.
So
every other team
like close marking, tight marking,
Thank you. So that doesn't exist.
We're not doing the zonal market anymore. We're not doing.
And then, Fuzzy, let me even give you a part where a few people, I think it was Nee who brought it up. The corner kicks. There's a reason why we gave them the corner kick on the.
We left to them on the wrong side.
On the wrong side, because their corner kicks are usually in swing corner kicks, right?
Yes.
And when Saka was injured, that means Rice have to kick it. Rice have to he kicks it. His in swing is on the other side. But the other side, on Kirker's side, he has to do the outside.
I'm sure the coach said it's almost like don't give them corners. You can just block all the shots.
You see what I mean? That's what I was telling people.
I've noticed a lot in that game, that the hugging, the way they were just grabbing them, not making them go to the far post every single time.
Kickers. No Kickers.
They were doing that to other teams, like when they are on the attack, come to score, they were rather roughing the other teams up, the goalkeepers up, and they're getting a lot of these decisions. Like even in United's match, they were trying to foul other people. So we decided to let's give them a taste of their own medicine. Let's rough them up.
Yeah, look at what Wirtz was doing to Gabriel.
Yes, and that's the main guy that always.
People, I'm telling you, and when you watch the game again,
and then as long as once and then also technique, 8 corners. Yeah, you're right. As long as you can hold them before the ball is being kicked. Once the ball is being kicked, you
let it go.
You let it go.
You let it go. You let it go, and then it's not a foul.
You disorient them.
By the way,
it's always a timing thing. It's always a timing thing.
Liverpool also have a set piece coach now.
Yeah. Listen, but look at this 8 corners they've taken. Yeah. Do you guys remember any corners that Alisson had to save?
Nope.
There you go.
Now what? And that's why I was going to put you in the hot seat, especially in the first half. They had 6.
Yeah, they did.
No, 5. They have 5. Nothing happened, right? They had 6 shots, 1 on goal. That's why I was telling people, when was Liverpool under pressure? They had 6 shots. They had 6 shots, only 1 on target.
But what was the one on the target? What do you guys?
I don't even remember.
It was a ball bounced to Madueke. It was a header. It bounced off and then
after corner.
Yes,
and people tell me, Liverpool did not play well. In the second half, at one point, Liverpool had 73% of the ball.
They did not create any chance.
They didn't
create anything. You see, this is the part where people are not watching. People are watching the game on entertainment
but they follow
value.
statistics. The moment they see someone take a shot, even outside the box, they follow statistics without the eye test. So it becomes they took
and they watching the game as an entertainment value instead of if I'm going to talk about it, I have to watch it as an analysis. Okay, this is what's moving on. This what's moving on.
Yes.
When people watch the game later, they be like, you know what, Wirtz actually played well. I'm like, he played well from the first minute.
Yeah.
You guys had what's the name? They had what's the name? Zubimendi and
Rice and Moreno.
Rice and everything on him.
Moreno. Yeah.
That's his job. This is the part where people don't understand. The fact that one player can take 2-3 players away from your tactics, that is that person's job. Off the ball.
Coming forward.
He's not exactly.
The guys were not coming forward. Declan Rice almost always drives with the ball, but against Liverpool, no.
Nope. So let it go.
Let's just stay and protect
Gabriel. Actually, Gabriel balled out, and I'll give him respect for that. He played. He knew Calafiori was dead food against Salah. At the same time, he had to take care of Zubimendi. Literally, he was doing what Virgil was doing in the back in the day when he had to take care of Robo and take care of the weak midfield that was coming in. That's what Gabriel was doing. That's why he was silent. He was dead. And people watch the game again and see the tactics.
It clears everything.
To me, I watched the game also, Fuzzy, but not like you, not that recent. I probably watched it on a bit last weekend, around Friday night or something like that, early Saturday morning. To me, is that in the first half, because again this team is not gelling yet. And to me, it's a bit weird. When 2 times I think that a Van Dijk intercept the ball or was able to nick the ball away from midfielders or attackers, and then we were in a position of very good position to counterattack and to get a shot at Raya, and we did it. To me, those were the game right there. I think that there's
one that Salah did a touch instead of shooting it one time. Game would have been over.
To me, is that if those things finish with an actual shot, I think that in the first half would have probably be 2-0 up.
Yeah. Van Dijk should have shot. Let's be straight.
That's why I agree with Quasi when he said we're not playing bad, we're just not gelling. We're not gelling yet. How movement? We're kind of thinking. It's like, okay, I have the ball here. Are you gonna go there, right? You're gonna go there, right? You're gonna
the movement is not done, and this is why this game is very crucial.
And then by the time we're thinking, it's
But the thing is, you got to look at the games, bro. You got to look at the games that we played. Come on, Bournemouth at home, that's tough already. Newcastle away, that's tough, and then you got Arsenal straight after that. So we've gone through the tough stage. Now, like tomorrow, Sunday's game is very important to see what we're gonna do next. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
As a team now, you've got the dominance in your game. Let's see what you can do on the pitch. And you got the likes of Isak, Chiesa, and all these guys on the bench that could change the game if things don't go right eventually. So this get that hard.
Chiesa can stay fit, that guy will be a weapon for us this season. If Chiesa can stay fit, he will be a secret weapon for us.
Anyway, gent, I gotta jump back, go to the office. Big up to all of you guys, man. Tomorrow, calling show, man. Come on in, let's talk, man. Thank you guys, man. Hit the like button, Big up to all of you guys, man. Thank you so much, everybody, man. Thank you for being in. Chrissy Ball.